in unique different ways. Now we come to you to praise your holy name. Make us pure as we come to seek your face. Oh loving God, we plead, make us one in words and deeds, to honor you by serving everyone in need. Give us the wisdom to speak, the knowledge and patience to keep, an instrument to touch lives and empower families. Our loving God, we plead. You have called us to endeavor, enabling young and all ages we implore, that we may never leave anyone behind. In your love, may our hearts and minds be bound. Oh loving God, we plead, make us one in words and deeds, to honor you by serving everyone in need. Give us the wisdom to speak, the knowledge and patience to keep, an instrument to touch lives and empower families. Our loving God, we plead. Together we will strive to make known your love and light. Fill our hearts, touch our lives. Oh loving God, we plead, make us one in words and deeds, to honor you by serving everyone in need. Give us the wisdom to speak, the knowledge and patience to keep, an instrument to touch lives and empower families. Our loving God, we plead. Our loving God, we
Ma'am Lucille, mag-proceed na ba ako, ma'am?
Yes po. Please proceed.
Yes, good morning. Good morning po sa lahat and welcome to our enhanced Usapan training. So this is a 2-day training, no? Today and tomorrow, 8 to 12 noon. So may I introduce the participants sa ating training. So from LGU Coronadal City, we have Ma'am Angela Claire Caliejo. So if may ma-miss po ako, ano lang po ha, sabihan niyo lang ako kasi I'm just basing the names doon sa list na binigay sa akin. And then Ma'am Janet de Monteverde, Mariel Dirhem, and we also have Jet Barrientos and Fran Charlene Posadas from CPO Coronadal as well. And Ma'am Joanna Duco and Julian Celoterio. So welcome po and good morning. And we have from Tacurong City, LGU, we have Charo Muico, Gary Banyas, and Michelle Tandoy. Okay, so welcome po. Good morning. From General Santos City, CPMO, we have Ma'am Noraline Senyas. Good morning, Ma'am Dayan. May na-miss pa ba ako? From Cotabato Province po, hindi makaka-attend yung ating participant from Cotabato Province kasi nag-conflict sa kanilang barangay activity for FP month celebration. Okay, and then we would also like to 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 thank you yung ating partners from ReachHealth. So we have Ma'am Lucille Galicha and Ma'am Malu Salcedo. Good morning din po RD Quijano. So nandiyan na po si RD Edwin Quijano. So that's all lang po yung ating mga participants na nandito for now. So may may humahabol pa po si Dave Dasmariñas from Tacurong City din po. So welcome and good morning.
Welcome and good morning. No, padayon lang og sulod, tuloy-tuloy lang ang pagpasok sa ating Zoom room. Okay, so for the pretest, ayan na po based sa ating prepared na flow no ng activity natin. So on the side, please accomplish po yung pretest natin. And I think we have to do away na lang din siguro sa expectations kasi it will take some time din no. Pero later on as we go through sa ating discussion, we really encourage everyone to speak your mind. If you have something to say, pwede kayong mag-chat din no sa chat box para meron kayong gusto talagang sabihin and gusto rin natin ma-address, i-chat lang po sa chat box for any thoughts or any concerns. So we would like to ask also a message from our RD. I'd like to turn over this floor to Ma'am Joybel.
Yes po, nandiyan na po si RD, ma'am.
Hindi po.
Yeah, good morning. Can I be heard?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyway, pleasant morning to everyone, to Lucille, Galicha, and Malo Salcedo of ReachHealth, and of course our participants from Coronadal, and from General Santos City. Meron pa bang other areas? Joy?
Cotabato City, sir.
Cotabato
Tacurong
City.
Jensan and Coronadal City.
Okay. To all our participants, our population officers, magandang umaga sa ating lahat, of course to Joy also. First is we would like to thank ReachHealth now for giving us this opportunity for the enhanced Usapan training. So we hope that you can provide our population officers more knowledge on conducting the Usapan series. So for the next 2 days, there will be a series of discussions on the Usapan series. And so we hope that with all these discussions and new methods, maybe we can improve our conduct of the Usapan. And of course, despite natin hanggang ngayon, tumataas pa rin yung cases natin ng COVID, not only here in our region, but also to the Philippines. So sana despite these odds, we will be able to really reach our women of reproductive age and provide them with the necessary information so that we will be able to really reduce our unmet need in the region. So again, we would like to thank ReachHealth for this opportunity, and we would like to thank our participants for joining this activity. And we hope that we will be able to increase the number of our women of reproductive age that will be motivated to practice family planning, and of course contribute to the our target of really reducing fertility and managing our families or empowering our families in Region 12. So with this, again, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat at maraming salamat din po sa ReachHealth.
Maraming salamat po talaga, no, RD, that you are with us. I'm sure na jam-pack din ang schedule mo for today, but thank you for your time to give us this very inspiring message for today and for tomorrow. So we are one sa ating the same nga ang ating goal to help our families be empowered. Thank you po. And papakilala din kami, although napakilala yung name na namin. So ako po si Lucille Dagpin-Galicha, but I'm not angry. And with me, ako yung Social Behavior Change and Gender Program Officer sa ReachHealth for Mindanao. Background ko, well, I've been with working with the LGUs, with several also USAID projects. I've been with ReachHealth before. And of course, we've been working with POPCOM 12 for so long. I was also a part of the Center for Health Solutions and Innovations. Nag-implement din kami ng U4U before. Yun, among my other engagement. So gusto ko rin ipakilala with me si Miss Maria Lourdes Malu Salcedo. Miss Malu. Miss Malu.
Yes, good morning po
Yan.
sa inyong lahat. Good morning po kay RD, sa ating mga kasamahan sa ngayon. I am the Provincial Technical Officer for South Cotabato, and at the same time, I'm also the City Technical Officer for General Santos City. So this two-day activity, virtual activity, will give us enough siguro parang background on what Enhanced Usapan is. For Southcott and General Santos City, we've been conducting this Enhanced Usapan as a community-based demand generation activity. And we've been partners with the Provincial Population Office of Southcott and the City Health Office of Gensan, as well as the City Population and Management Office of Gensan. We are very happy to share this experience to you, and hopefully you'll be able to implement this in your respective areas. Thank you very much, and good morning again.
Thank you po, Miss Malu. So at this point po, may I call in Ma'am Joy Bell to present the FP and ARH situation sa Region 12?
Yes, ma'am. So,
Para yun yung ating
share lang po ako ng screen.
panghuhugutan. Sige po.
Okay, yan. So, makita na ba, ma'am?
Yes po.
Yan. So, good morning once again. So, I will be presenting, siguro brief lang naman ito, no, na family planning and adolescent reproductive health updates in Region 12. So, I got this from the NDHS current and the previous. So, I have looked for the trend in fertility sa ating region. So, yung naka-orange dyan na color, that is the national total fertility rate, while the blue ones, yan po yung sa Region 12. So, as in doon sa ating graph, no, mataas pa rin lagi yung ating total fertility rate compared to the national. But kung titingnan natin from 1993 to 2013 na NDHS, it has a steady decline. However, pagdating sa 2017 NDHS, nag-increase po tayo ng 0.2. So from 3.2, naging 3.4 po yung ating fertility rate. So for this is from 2013, a comparison between 2013 and 2017 NDHS. So kung titingnan po natin on the total wanted fertility rates and total fertility rates, mas mataas po yung naging total fertility rate, which is opposite to the total wanted fertility rate. So in 2017 na NDHS survey, so kung titingnan natin, the fertility rate was highest in Zamboanga Peninsula, no, with 3.6 children. So women in Soxargen region will have 3.4 children, no, at the end of their childbearing years. So actually we are second after Zamboanga Peninsula. So yung atin namang total wanted fertility rate was highest in Zamboanga Peninsula at 29 children, with NCR recording at the lowest. So they have 1.6 children. And yun sa atin naman sa Soxargen is 2.7 children as opposed to its total fertility rate of 3.4. So with the family planning naman, contraceptive prevalence rate, so I got this from the FHSIS 2019 and 2020. Kung titingnan po natin yung CPR rate natin sa Region 12, so we have 37.11 from 2019, and in 2020, naging 37.66. So mataas pa rin po siya compared to the national. So sa national noong 2020, the target was 28%. So we have reached more than the target. So 28%, and then yung sa atin po sa region is 37.66%. So if we look at the CPR by province or city, so makikita po natin no, na yung red line dyan, that is the target of 28, and most of all of our provinces and cities naka-reach naman no, ng above the target na CPR. So we have Sarangani na may pinakamataas na CPR with a CPR of 44.90, followed by Sultan Kudarat with 42.67. So for POPCOM 12 demand generation activities naman, so this was taken from our RPFP report. As of July 2021, we have already conducted 4,093 classes, and out of these classes, we have reached couples and individuals. During the first quarter, we have reached 17,258 couples, and we also have 11 solo male attendees and 1,810 na solo female attendees. So in the second quarter, nag-increase po tayo doon sa couples reached. So we have reached 25,509 couples with 16 na solo male attendees and 5,117 female attendees. And for the month of July, so hanggang July pa lang po yung ating reporting dito. So we have 10,794 and wala pong solo male na umattend, and we have 1,365 solo female attendees. So for the unmet need naman, so we have identified a total of 3,257 unmet need. So for those who have unmet need for modern family planning, we have 2,178 couples with unmet need, and then yung mga traditional FP user with intention to shift to other method, 88 lang po sila. And we also have traditional user without intention to shift to other method, meron po tayong 991. And then out of the 3,257 na unmet need, we have already served 1,236 of them. So out of all the unmet need na served, so 40% of that po were served with implants. So ito po yung top 1 natin na FP method na ginagamit sa ating region, and then followed by pills and injectable with 29%. So yung IUD and BTL natin, we only had 1% from the report. So for the RPFP activities done, we have already conducted ng mga capacity building activities. So among the activities or the capacity building activities done were RPFP program orientation to new population officers. We have one batch for this. So naka-reach kami ng 23 na participants. And then we had also a pre-marriage orientation training for facilitators. So we have conducted this in 2 batches. So we have reached 62. We have trained 62 facilitators. And then we also had series of RPFP orientation for community volunteers in General Santos City. So we have covered 6 barangays of General Santos. And we have gender sensitivity and RPFP program orientation to BSPOs of Cotabato City. So nagconduct kami in 2 batches din po. And then we also have production, reproduction, and distribution of RPFP, IEC, and advocacy materials. We also did the distribution and repositioning of family planning commodities. Continuous pa rin po ito. And the conduct of RPFP classes, FDS, and the mobilization for referrals. So we also have FP boosting sa aming official FB page, and we also have the RPFP helpline. So nagsusupport din po kami sa ating CSOs, specifically yung ating FPOP na aming partner CSO, and yung UPMG din po ng Gensan. So nagsusupport din po kami no, in terms of IEC materials and distribution ng mga FP commodities. We also have katropa training, monitoring, and coordination activities, support to RPFP implementation and other logistic support, consultation workshop with LGUs on strengthening the localization and institutionalization strategy for the population management program at all level. And we also conduct mga meetings, mga consultative meetings such as yung ating mga PMOC RTWG meeting. So these are some of the activities conducted para ma-reach natin yung ating zero unmet need. And for the adolescent health and development situation, so according to the PSA, we have a total population by 664,759 na 10 to 19 years old in Region 12. So we have 7.8% na 10 to 14 years old, no? Higher siya ng 7.8% yung ating 10 to 14 years old compared to the 15 to 19 years old. So meron tayong 344,896 na 10 to 14 years old and 319,863 naman sa ating 15 to 19 years old. So makikita natin dito sa 10 to 14. So we have Cotabato province has with the highest population ng 10 to 14. And then sa ating 15 to 19, the same din po Cotabato province and with the 10 to 19. So highest po yung sa ating Cotabato province. Okay, so for the teenage pregnancy and motherhood, percentage of women aged 15 to 19 who have begun childbearing is highest in Davao, Northern Mindanao, and sa atin po dito sa Soxargen, so 15%. And according to the FHSIS 2019, no, yung ating may most number of adolescent pregnancies na is General Santos City at around 9,000 and Cotabato Province at around 5,000. So for the adolescent birth rate, we have this figure, no. So while the adolescent birth rate is very low, kasi 0.047 lang siya percent among the 10 to 14 age group, 117 cases of teen pregnancy is still a lot by whole number. So malaking rin po yung 117 ng region, no. And kung titingnan natin doon sa mga LGUs, kung sino yung may pinakamataas na teen pregnancy sa 10 to 14 years old. So makikita po natin na number 1 po yung North Cotabato, followed by Sarangani and General Santos City. And in terms of the adolescent birth rate then, no, so around 5 babies were born to every 100 females aged 15 to 19 years old in 2019. Okay, so kung titingnan po natin yung sorry, nawala. Dali lang po. Yan. So kung titingnan po natin yung ating Soc-Surgeon births by mothers age 10 to 19 by year. So if we are to compare, no, there was an increase of 5.98% from the previous year. So 2018 to 2019, from 10,499 na births, naging 11,126. So may increase po siya na 5.98%. And then we have Soc-Surgeon births by mothers aged 10 to 14. Nag-decrease po tayo ng 18.75%. So from 144 in 2018, naging down to 117 in 2019. So for Soc-Surgeon births by mothers aged 15 to 19 naman, nag-increase tayo ng 6.32%. So from 10,355 in 2018, we have reached 11,009 in 2019. So what has been done by the region? So meron tayong first, yung ating policy support in terms of yung sa ating RITTWGHD, and then we have comprehensive sexuality education implementation. We also have establishment of adolescent-friendly health facilities, teen centers, yung mga ISDN, and other local IEC initiatives for the adolescent health development na program. And we also have services and capacity building, IEC, and advocacy. We also provide technical assistance. Nag-partner din kami sa DepEd, so meron silang OKka and the NEDA as well, which supports our policy, no, through the RIT. And yung ating DOH din, no, na ating strong partner din pagdating sa implementation ng ating mga programs. So with the AFHF accreditation, monitoring, ADJA-ADEP, HEADS, HYO, PPFP, IEC, and vitamins, nagbibigay po ng vitamins, tin kits, and HPV vaccine. So yung sa POPCOM naman, we have POPCOM, Shape A, U4U, ISDN, teen centers. So for the CSOs, nagkakandak ng mga capacity building like POT on CSE, demand generation activities such as yung ESRH orientation, and provision of IEC materials like leaflets and poster services such as safe motherhood and family planning. So these are some of the activities, no, na nakandak na ng POPCOM. So we have partnered with the DepEd, Coronadal City Division, for the orientation on CSE. So this was also hosted by the Department of Education, Coronadal City. So may close coordination or partnership po dito. So these were the speakers, no, last March 30, 2021 from Department of Education Central Office, and one is a consultant, no, ng CHSI. And then we also have celebration of, we also joined the celebration of the National Women's Month together with the DepEd Kidapawan City. So merong kinandak na online webinar with DepEd last March 30 as well. So this was in Kidapawan City. And we also reproduced AHD self-learning modules. So first quarter, we have already printed 2,655 copies ng Appreciating My Body, and we have 2,100 copies printed doon sa Journeying Through My Adolescence, and 2,515 copies on preventing teen pregnancies. We also have conducted yung ating this was actually led by Fitzgerald Carmona, our AHD focal. So they have conducted 3-day webinar on modified sexually healthy and personally empowered adolescents, or SHAPE A. So in the second quarter, they have already conducted 3 batches. So may mga ongoing pa na activities na kinakonduct. And ito na po yung mga photo documentations. No? So for the health facility certified as adolescent-friendly health facility, so meron tayong 46 health facilities na level 2. So nandyan po yung list. From North Cotabato, we have RHU Antipas, including 1 BHS, and then 11 BHS of Mlang, and 12 BHS of President Rojas. And from Sultan Kudarat, we have RHU Calamansig, Bagumbayan, Lambayong, and 18 BHS of Esperanza. So for the provision of AHD information, ito po yung natin, yung sa mga number of adolescents provided with AHD information. So in 2017, meron kaming 7,962, and pagdating ng 2020, masyadong mataas po yung na-reach natin, no? Nag-umabot na 84,103, and this includes the online na mga na-reach na adolescents. And for the adults naman provided with AHD information, so we have in 2018, 365, 2019, 536, and in 2020, 1,783. Yan. So, yun po yung ating RP and ARH situation in Region 12. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Joybel. No?
Yes.
It's happy to see na nakikita ko pa nga rin yung mga pictures na you for you. And of course, happy to see na marami din talagang activities, no, despite the challenges karon. We are still striving. We are with you. Na we are doing whatever we can para ma-promote pa rin natin yung advocacies natin on to promote family planning, and nga, eventually to empower our families, and also reduction of teen pregnancies. Okay, sige po. Moving on. So far,
Ma'am, may add po
yes
ako,
po.
ma'am, kasi
Yes po.
may chat po si Mama Lu pala. We already have younger teen pregnancies at 13 to
Ah.
14 years old. So meron na akong basis sa FHSIS na 2019, no, na yung teen pregnancies na naka-registered at 19.07%, and of this, 18.47% belong to age 15 to 19, while the remaining 0.6%, no, nasa ages 10 to 14 years old na mga teen pregnancy. So pababa ng pababa po yung ating mga teens na nabubuntis. So,
Lalo
thank you,
na
ma'am.
ngayon. Lalo na ngayon, ma'am, no? It's a hidden pandemic din. Sige po. Thank you, ma'am. Sige. I've checked dun sa nakapag-answer na sa ating pre-test. So far, I have received 16 responses. So, is that everyone that we expect? Pero sana madagdagan pa yung ating participants. And those hindi pa naka-answer sa ating pre-test, please do so. Yung link po ay i-follow nyo lang yung previous chat dito sa chat box. And then I'd also like to share, are you familiar with Google Classroom? Kasi that's where I want to, you can access hopefully all the materials and all the things that we are going to discuss and share dito sa 2-day training. Are you familiar with Google Classroom? Not yet. Sabay ni Agi og pagka-teacher diri. Or kaya may mga anak na also doing online classes. Baka you're familiar with Google Classroom. Sige lang, I'll try this one, and then kung mahirap talaga, pwede rin naman i-email namin ang mga resources. Pero, well, we also have to be familiar with other capabilities ng ating available na ano. Ayan po. This is how you create pala the Google Classroom. So kung meron po tayong mga Google accounts, no, kung meron tayong mga Google accounts, so Gmail, meron ditong yung 9 dots. So this is where you can find the Google Apps. Are you following me? Yan, Google Apps, and then you scroll down, you find the app on Google Classroom. Ito po yun, parang green board. So that's the Google Classroom. So i-click nyo yan. Siguro yung iba hindi pa naka-install, pero it's just part of your, parang i-activate nyo lang yung app na Google Classroom. And then how it's going to look like, sandali lang. Ayan. So how it's going to look like, dito nyo na makikita ang mga documents na i-share namin. So this is already populated. Meron ako nilagay na content. So may introduction, this is where what you can find inside. May rationale na ng ating activity description. Ayan. So ang mangyayari dito, ito may mga resources na rin nilagay na nandito na rin yung usapan guide, yung mga templates natin on usapang BIBA, RLP, the Reproductive Life Plan, kwento ni Rose, yung usapang batang ina, batang ama na facilitation guide, even yung mga digital files natin ng baby book, usap tayo sa family planning and it's okay to delay na mga guides. Andito na rin po. And also so far ang nilagay ko for this for today, yung ating program flow for day 1 and day 2. So if you can access this one, ito lang po yung i-type nyo na link or ito yung code. Or you can also send me yung email addresses nyo sa Google para pwede ko kayong i-invite din. So ZWWJZQR. Or otherwise, kung hindi kayo makakonect to this one, isa-isahin na lang din natin na i-email. So whichever works for you. Pero for me, maganda rin yung Google Classroom kasi nandito na lahat naka-arrange yung mga materials that we're going to use for the next 2 days. So parang talaga, learning environment. No? This is the usual learning management system na ginagamit din ng ating mga schools din. So, okay, any questions so far? Yan, i-chat ko po dito. Any questions po? Can you follow? Yan. So kung wala naman pong question, I will turn over the floor or the room to Miss Malu Salcedo. Miss Malu.
All right, thank you, Lucille. Once again, magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Let me share my screen. All right, nakikita niyo ho ba?
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay, thank you. All right, so let us all discuss what is enhanced usapan. So we'll have 2 full packed days, no, starting today until tomorrow. Although half day lang ito, but we promise you that we will be providing you all the necessary information, technical inputs on how to conduct enhanced usapan. So for the overview, siguro tinatanong natin sarili natin, ano ba itong enhanced usapan na to? No? Anong kaibahan nito sa mga ginagawa natin na community-based demand generation activities? So let me start. The basis of conducting enhanced usapan is just like your demand generation activities is the Executive Order number 12. So alam ko lahat kayo, you're all familiar with EO 12. It is the EO that attains sustaining zero unmet need for modern family planning. Though the strict implementation of the Responsible Parenthood and Reproductive Health Act, providing funds thereof, therefore, and for other purposes, it is anchored on RA 10354 or the RP-RH law. No? It recognizes the right to decide freely and responsibly on the desired number and spacing of children. And I'm sure all of us are relate dito because this has been our basis, no, for conducting demand generation activities. Another one is ensuring universal access to sexual and reproductive health care services and rights, addressing the unmet needs on any modern method of contraception of at least 6 million women, of which 2 million are poor and remain unable to fully exercise their reproductive rights. The meaning of unmet needs for modern family planning is these are the couples and women who are fecund and sexually active and want to limit or space their children, but are not using any modern method of contraception. So that's why I know that a lot of our population volunteers are making this survey, no, para to capture yung unmet need. This is a very parang malaki yung yung effect nito when it comes to conducting enhanced usapan. For ReachHealth, ito din yung basihan ng aming why we are conducting enhanced usapan. We conducted monitoring. We are conducting regular monitoring activities, and as a matter of fact, starting from our baseline monitoring, which is August to December 2018, and up to July to September 2020, we were able to generate this information or data. So lumalabas po sa aming mga monitoring activities from the different facilities, whether public or private facilities man sila, that significant percent, no, of our women of reproductive age are using pills. Then this is followed by injectables or DMPA. Small portion of this is also into IUD, no? IUD and then PSI and BTL. Now, look at the brown shaded data for LAM. Ito yung medyo tinitignan namin na na data, since a lot of our women are currently LAM users. Sorry. Okay. For new acceptors naman, malaki yung porsyento, no, ng ating mga kababaihan ang LAM users for new acceptors. So ito yung malaking opportunity for us, no, if we will be able to capture them during our enhanced usapan activities, na at least mabawasan natin ito. It's more than 50% of the total number of women of reproductive age, no? As a matter of fact, starting from the baseline, mataas talaga yung ating mga LAM users. And so this is a big opportunity for us na ma-shift sila into modern family planning method. Before I proceed, I would like to ask everyone if you have questions. I cannot see the chat box. May I request Lucille, kung may mga emerging questions na pwede nating i-address na, just tell me.
Yeah, sige.
Or Miss
So far,
Joybell.
they're just sending their email addresses.
Okay, good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me proceed. So for the training objectives, ano ba yung ating gustong ma-attain, no? For the general objective, to enable the participants to lead and support the conduct of rollout implementation of Usapan in Region 12. So, wag lang po kayo masyadong ma-confuse if I say enhanced Usapan or Usapan. Later, maintindihan ninyo why enhanced Usapan siya, no? Kasi just to differentiate yung enhanced Usapan to Usapan. Specific objectives: demonstrate communication and facilitation skills for effective conduct of Usapan activity. Communicate key messages on FP modern methods, AYRH, and gender equality. Discuss the use of reproductive life plan in conducting Usapan variants, specifically Usapang Biba, Batang Ina, Batang Ama. Discuss gender perspectives related to communicating with men about FPMN, MNCHN. Realize their role as facilitators in the conduct of Usapan sessions. Describe the process of organizing Usapan sessions and develop provincial and municipal action plans on the conduct of our rollout. So at the end of our two-day webinar series, of course, we have to conduct the actual practicum and even rollout of this activity. So, what is enhanced Usapan? What is enhanced Usapan to us? There are some health sector challenges in the implementation of family planning program that leads to or which led to the development or the conceptualization of enhanced Usapan. The first challenge is, So, as you can see in this slide, may pag-aaral na kinonduct, no, based on the National Demographic Health Survey. Those WIRA who were reached with televised FE messages in 2013, 70% no, were reached. But bumaba ito siya noong 2017. Hindi natin alam kung anong dahilan kung bakit bumaba sila, but essentially the data shows that bumaba yung number of women reached with FP messages, no, on televised FP messages. Another one is for NDHS 2013, 24% WIRA who were not reached with FP messages through mass media. Hindi siya naabot, no, ng mass media. And apparently, tumaas ito by 2017. So ibig sabihin, yung data ng 24% on NDHS 2013, mas tumaas noong 2017 yung hindi na-reach ng FB messages through mass media. So, meaning to say, there are some interventions along this parang time, no, that were not able or that were not full or fully successful. So another data, no, 12% of the non-users who were visited by health service providers, only 12% of the non-users. At bumaba uli ito ng 2017, 8% lang of the non-users were visited by health service providers. Of this number, no, non-users, 15% of them visited the family planning facility or discussed family planning in these facilities. So of the 12%, 15% lang of the non-users visited the health facility at nabigyan ng family planning messages. Mababa ito, mas mababa ito sa NDHS 2017 data, which is 14%. So, lumalabas na 80% of the non-users were neither discussed with FE or visited a health facility, 80%. Ibig sabihin, mataas na porsyento ng 12% na non-users were neither discussed FE with a field worker nor at a health facility. Ganun din nung 2017, mas mataas siya. I just cannot explain much why mataas ganun kataas ang ating data, but essentially what we are saying is this data is telling us that marami, no, ang mga non-users natin were not being given the opportunity to be provided FE messages or even visited a health facility. Another challenge. This is to reduce unmet needs for family planning, but our data shows that unmet needs for married women, among married women, 18% siya during the National Demographic Health Survey of 2013 at bumaba ito noong 2017. All right? Of this number, no, of the number of unmet needs, 7% nagsasabi they want to space. On 2017, 6% wanted spacing. All right. For limiting, 11% naman for 2013 and also another 11% for 2017. Anong sinasabi ng data na to? Of the 18% or 17% unmet needs among married women, may mga porsyento na nagsasabi na gusto nilang mag-space or gusto nilang i-limit ang number of children nila. So these are the people or the couples or the women that we should be looking into. Another challenge. This is to bridge the gap between knowledge or awareness of FE from demand generation and actual service provision or method acceptance. We all know that demand generation activities are conducted, but oftentimes no service provision is done. Commodities and services are available in health facilities, but demand generation activities are insufficient. So we have to bridge the gap between just knowing or aware tayo sa FE for FE, knowing it or aware tayo na merong unmet needs. We should also link this to demand generation and actual service provision and method acceptance. So yun yung bale ang nakikita namin na difference between yung mga previous usapan na mga activities or demand generation activities to enhance usapan, because directly there is service provision or method acceptance after every enhanced usapan sessions. If you would want to say something about this, baka meron kayong mga presently ginagawa sa area na you do usapan serye and then there's actual service provision or method acceptance, just tell me para ma-marry natin yung ating mga initiatives or interventions. All right. So we thought of solving these challenges by or through enhanced usapan sessions. To address challenge 1, we facilitate more FE discussions. So through demand generation activities, community-based ito sila sometimes, no? We conduct this during FDS, no? Pwede tayong conduct ng mga family planning discussions. Another one is address the factors that contribute to unmet need. This is addressing challenge number 2. And combine demand generation and actual service provision on site whenever feasible to address challenge number 3. So at this point, any clarification, questions from our participants before I proceed? May mga tanong sila, Lucille?
So far wala, mga email addresses lang din ang nilagay pa so far.
Okay. So I encourage everyone to please throw your questions to our chat box para po ma-address natin kaagad-agad, no? If there are some clarifications, questions, and anything that you'd want to share, just tell us, okay? To proceed. So what is Usapan or Enhanced Usapan? This is a product of a series of interventions, no, starting from 2001. Several revisions of various demand generation activities were developed and implemented in the past. So hindi lang siya kaagad-agad lumabas, no, na parang andyan na sa Enhanced Usapan. So these are these were experiences of the different projects before pa, starting 2001. And in 2016, I'll just go directly to 2016. There is this USAID project, no, Luzon Health, which improved the Usapan series and termed it as Enhanced Usapan. So as you can see, may mga Usapan sessions na 2010 pa by USAID project PRISM. And that Usapan by PRISM was enhanced by another USAID project, Luzon Health, in 2016. All right. So what is Usapan? Usapan is a demand generation activity that directly links service delivery. It utilizes counseling not as a discrete activity, but part of the continuum from providing information and counseling, which is the demand that will lead to the use of an FE method or service supported by available commodities and referral networks. So sa Usapan series, we have a group discussion and then one-on-one counseling and direct service provision. Usapan compared to regular health classes, kasi I know we are all conducting health classes or even demand generation activities, just to differentiate or give a comparison on this. For Usapan, this is to provide, the purpose of Usapan is to provide simple information and help clients choose a particular method according to his or her reproductive intention. For health classes, the same din naman, to provide health information and raise awareness. For methodology, for Usapan, this is conversational, no? Parang nag-uusap lang kayo. While for health classes, meron siyang tendency na maging top-down lectures. When we say conversational, it has with simple, structured, and participatory yung mga exercises na ginagamit. While for health classes, mostly pure lectures ito. Another difference is Enhanced Usapan has service provision, including FP counseling. While for health classes, most likely, wala siyang service provision kasi nga, ano lang ito, information dissemination. In terms of content, Enhanced Usapan has simple, essential information that is emotionally appealing. Kasi nga, conversational siya, so medyo merong ano siya, merong mag-i-invest ang facilitator dito ng kanyang skills, no, to persuade. So that's why I think it's emotionally appealing. While the health classes, from simple or minimal to complex or multiple information. So kung minsan, sa health classes, nagbibigay tayo ng mga information na hindi natin alam if this information ay naiintindihan ba ng ating mga participants. Kasi di ba, minsan merong mga may mga yung parang reproductive cycle na explanation, something like that. In terms of selection of participants naman, for Enhanced Usapan, participants are carefully enumerated according to reproductive intentions. So, bago kayo magkakandak ng enhanced usapan, alam mo na kung sino yung mga participants mo because you are able to identify sino yung gustong mag-limit, sino yung gustong mag-space. No? In terms of the different usapan variants. For health classes, all, no, ini-invite natin. The more, the merrier nga for health classes kasi rich yung hinahabol natin. It's not the service provision but more so of the rich. Okay? Number of participants for enhanced usapan is limited to 15 only. This is very timing because right now, pandemic tayo, hindi kinakailangan marami yung mga participants. That's why nililimit natin yung number of participants to 15 only. While for health classes, ito yung mga pre-pandemic time na lahat ng gusto natin, pinapa-attend natin. No? So I guess that's the difference between the enhanced usapan and the health classes. So the different variants of enhanced usapan, ito yung mga pwede natin gawin, no? Usapang pwede pa for birth spacing, usapang kontento na, birth limiting, usapang buntis 1, this is for women who are in their first or second trimester pregnancies, no? Usapang buntis, buntis 2, yung nasa third trimester of pregnancy na. Usapang bagong maginoo, I'm sure narinig nyo na to. Usapang bagong maginoo for males with need for birth spacing and the usapang bagong ina, bagong ama or batang ina, batang ama. This is for the teen couples 10 to 19 years old, no? Ito yung niya, ito yung usapan variant for teens. Okay. What are the absolute requirements for enhanced usapan? When we conduct enhanced usapan, first we have to think that there is no more than 15 participants. Now we have to remember no more than 15 participants of potential EPI clients and or MCH clients and not less than 6 participants per session at any given time. In other words, not more than 15, but not less than 6. Kasi kung less than 6 yan siya, diretso na yan siya ng counseling at saka service provision. At least 3 FECBT level 1 trained midwives or nurses na dapat available to provide one-on-one counseling and the chosen FE method at the actual session for this usapan variants, no? So dapat meron tayong magpo-provide ng mga counseling. So ang requirement is at least 3 FECBT level 1 trained midwives. So sa mga RHUs, no, maraming mga trained FECBT level 1 midwives or nurses doon. Pwede rin kayong makipartner like the Jensen or CHO Jensen is doing. They are partnering with private practicing midwives, the GSI, no? The one of the active private practicing midwives group in Jensen. Sila yung nagpo-provide ng family planning services while at the same time yung CHO sila naman yung nagpo-provide ng counseling, no, through the FECBT level 1 midwives. We can also have male facilitator for usapang bagong maginoo kasi nga alam naman natin, no, yung mga males natin mas makaka-relate silang makipag-usap dun sa mga kapwa nila males. Another one is temporary FE commodities must be available and ready for actual use or dispensing at the usapan session venue. So for those who will be conducting enhanced usapan, dapat meron kayong daladalang FE commodities. Kasi nga, 'di ba, sinasabi natin after the session, there is this direct service provision or method acceptance. And lastly, the immediate forthcoming schedule of PTL and or NSB services, no, at a referral hospital, or partner site must be arranged and finalized prior to conducting usapang kontento na. In other words, alam natin kung kailan ang schedule ng mga BTL or NSV services sa ating partner hospital, no, prior to conducting usapang kontento na, because kontento na is the limiting, no, limiting na fertility intention. So dapat pag sinabi ni nanay na gusto kong magpa-BTL dahil 5 na yung anak ko, alam natin kung kailan natin siya dadalhin sa ating partner referral hospital at alam natin kung kailan ang schedule noon. Okay? So that's part of our navigation tawag ito, function, navigation function. All right. So how to organize enhanced usapan sessions? Madali lang po. Steps in organizing this. First, identify our clients. So, dapat alam natin kung sino yung ating mga clients through records review. Saan natin makikita ito? Through the target client list, no? May mga TCLs ang ating mga midwives nito. Master list of unmet needs, meron kayo nito. Master list ninyo, alam ninyo kung sino may mga unmet needs. I-invite nyo sila during enhanced usapan session. We also have other records, no, na pwede nating makuhanan. Right? Next, decide what variant of usapan you will conduct and remember the correct target segment. So, for example, basing from your list, no, unmet need list. So, meron kayong 15, nakuha nyo na yung 15. Or a little over mga siguro, damihan natin ng konti, mga 20. Kasi pwede nyong hatiin. Pag sinabi kong 15 yung ano, pwede nyo pong hatiin kung halimbawa 20 na siya. So pwedeng 10-10 yan. Kasi pwedeng yung isang 10 would be enhanced, usapang pwede pa, or the other one would be usapang kontento na. So identify nyo lang what fertility intention, no? Kung birth spacing ba sila or birth limiting. Ngayon, pag mga buntis na naman, identify din natin kung halimbawa naka first trimester na ba sila or nasa third trimester na sila. Okay? I-ano nyo lang, i-grupo nyo lang. So for batang ina and batang ama, no, madali naman itong ma-identify kasi nga because of the age. So just to give you an example, we conducted usapang BIBA in Jensen last week, no? April 19 at saka 20 in 2 BHS, in 2 barangays of Jensen. So madali lang siya through our BHWs or our population volunteers, madaling ma-identify itong mga mga participants natin. In other words, before we conduct the enhanced usapan, identified na po yung mga participants natin. All right. So baka sabihin naman, ang dami na naming activities, baka mamaya ibang activity na naman ito. No, you can integrate enhanced usapan on the following activities. During EPI Day, EPI is every Wednesday, no? Yung nagpapabakuna si nanay. Just take a look at the pictures, nakikita nyo nagpabakuna si nanay, kasama yung asawa niya. So merong mga ganyang instances wherein nagkukumpul-kumpul sila sa labas habang hinihintay nila yung kanilang time to be served by the midwife. So you can take this as an opportunity for them to do enhanced usapan session. During FDS din, pwede rin siyang i-conduct kasi kilala nyo naman kung sinong umaattend during FDS. Ano yung kanilang mga profile, no? Better ask their fertility intention para mas focused yung discussion. Another one is yung mobilization ng mga BHWs at saka mga CHT partners natin. Pwede nyo rin siyang gawin. Right? So, may mga plugins dito. Yung mga usap tayo na FE posters. Okay. So, step 4, select and set up your venue, preferably sa RHU or BHS. Right now, I suggest kasi kailangan natin ng medyo open na space. That's why as much as possible dun sa mga medyo malawak-lawak at open, no, na lugar. It doesn't have to be always inside a facility. Pwedeng nasa labas siya kasi nga mas kinakailangan natin ng exposure sa air, no? Konting exposure sa air kasi kung magkukumpul-kumpul sa loob at 30 minutes yung exposure, so medyo meron tayong may mga possibilities na magkahawahan if there is anything na nakuha sa mga participants natin. So I suggest mga open air ang kunin namin, ang piliin natin. The one that we did in Jensan, doon kami sa ilalim ng puno ng mangga, no? Para at least medyo mahangin. Okay? Ensure that there are available service providers and the referral system is in place. In other words, kasama natin, no, yung magpo-provide ng mga service ng service provision, like kung gustong magpa-PSI ni nanay, dapat merong trained na PSI na service provider tayo. So partnership ito between the rural health unit and the population office. All right. So mga supplies and materials, dapat ready din tayo para ipakita kung anong itsura, no? FE commodities, ano bang itsura ng pills? Ano bang itsura ng ng IUD, something like that. And also some of the IEC materials, pwede ho kayong magdala. And then don't forget, no? You ask somebody na pwedeng mag-provide ng testimony. Parang siya yung magpapatunay na kahit ikaw ay ang tawag ito, family planning acceptor, masaya ka and you are enjoying your kumbaga liberty in terms of yung sa family planning na benefits, no? So meron dapat magbibigay ng testimony para lang masagot yung kanilang mga apprehensions, yung mga fears ng some of those who are just parang naririnig lang nila sa kapitbahay nila na ay ayokong magpa-IUD or ayokong magpa-PSI kasi ganitong nangyari sa akin. So dapat meron ding magpatunay na hindi naman lahat ganon. Okay? And now I would like to give emphasis on the attendance sheet. Kasi dito sa attendance sheet, alam ko meron ding attendance sheet ang ang population office, no? Ang POPCOM meron siya. And so, yung attendance sheet na ikukuha namin, i-discuss namin dito is after makita niyo yung pag-fill out niyan and then the service provision, lalabas kaagad yung conversion rate. What is that conversion rate? Ito po yung magsasabi kung ilan sa mga participants mo ang actual na ang tawag ito nag-accept ng method. So parang in a way, this is our accomplishment. So pag sinabi natin 15 sila and actual ang na-provide ng ng services ay 7, so more than half of 15 or a little over, no? Hindi pala more than half. So almost mga 50%. Parang ganoon, makikita mo kaagad. So yun yung kaibahan ng enhanced usapan kasi meron talaga siyang conversion rate. Right? So finalize the arrangement with service providers for methods that would be given at a later date. Ito yung referral. So pag BTL siya, alam na natin kaagad kung saan siya i-refer. And then finalize necessary arrangement with referral facilities, private providers, and itinerant teams for BTL. All right. So, para sa mga magkakandak, prepare yourself and your co-facilitators. Mag-discuss kayo and agree on respective topics and responsibilities. Sino magpo-provide ng counseling? Sino magpo-provide ng service provision? Who will manage the session? Sino ang who will take care of the attendance sheets and everything? And then request assistance for other service providers. So it's a team. Hindi lang po pwedeng mag-isa lang ito. It's a team. All right? Okay. So, increasing our awareness on conversion rates. So, select and segment the clients. Ito lang naman yung dapat natin gawin through Enhanced Usapan. Orient community health workers, no, to communicate information on the importance of usapan, improve persuasion and motivation skills, no, para sa atin, para ma-improve ang ating motivation skills. So, parang ang slide na to is just telling us, no, that these are the things that would make Enhanced Usapan successful. Okay? All right. Reduce the travel time by conducting enhanced usapan and service delivery near or convenient to the clients or offer transportation. I don't know if POPCOM is providing transportation for our clients. Kung para ang alam ko, ang ginagawa lang ng mga midwives is they text or call, no, their identified participants. Yun lang yung alam ko. Sometimes they provide siguro transportation, lalo na kung medyo malayo. Another one is integrate satisfied client testimonials into usapan sessions. I think this is very effective para mabawasan yung mga mga doubts nila, yung mga misconceptions nila. Make the session snappy and lively. So since conversational siya, mayroon siyang emotional appealing, no? Sometimes emotionally appealing siya. Dapat ang ating mga facilitators magaling din mag-motivate. So make it snappy and lively, no? Document method choice and immediately provide services. Track referrals and follow up undecided, and continuously improve enhanced usapan facilitating skills. So this is very important kasi hindi siya nakukuha sa isang enhanced usapan lang. As a matter of fact, nung ako natuto conduct ng enhanced usapan, hindi ko siya nakuha sa first parang hindi ako satisfied sa first two tries. But essentially what I'm saying is pag nagawa mo na siya, ginawa mo na siya as a regular activity, matututo ka and malalaman mo how to innovate in your own way. Okay? So, ito lang naman yung how to select and segmentize our clients. Meron tayong mga suggestions kung saan yung mga sources of information, as well as yung kung ano yung mga priority participants, no, na dapat nating tignan. So, tignan niyo itong banda sa my priority client segments. Transitioning LAM users. I know, sinabi ko kanina dun sa ating previous na slide about dun sa result ng monitoring namin, mataas ang ating mga LAM users. In other words, this is a very good opportunity for us, no? Na kunin yung list na yon, makita yung list na yon, kasi ang LAM is a very very strict na has a very very strict na criteria bago mo masabi na LAM user ka. So after 6 months pa yan sila, 'di ba? Kasi dapat strictly 6 months yung kanilang Pero ang sinasabi namin, baka hindi nga umabot ng 6 months. Kasi kung matatandaan ninyo, meron yung nagsasabi na kaagad-agad silang nabubuntis after a month or 2 months, nagpapadidi naman ako. Bakit ako nabuntis, ma'am? Maybe it's because hindi nasunod yung criteria for LAM. That's why kami, ina-advise namin or nire-recommend namin to look at the LAM users data. Kasi opportunity yan sila for our enhanced usapan target participants. Okay. So, like what we're doing right now, dapat ma-orient din ng ating mga community health workers, no? Ma-assist natin ang ating mga BHWs in identifying priority client segments. Sila din dapat alam din nila ito. No, maging part din sila ng ating gagawing enhanced usapan. Right? So, yun sinabi kanina, reduce the travel time. Dapat doon tayo sa pinakamalapit or asan nandoon yung ating mga participants or ating mga target clients. All right? So, Na-discuss ko na ito kanina. For the client testimonials, ang sinasabi lang dapat, brief, no? Yung kanyang testimony. And focus on the personal benefits of being an FE acceptor. Ano ba ang nabago sa buhay niya magmula nung naging FE acceptor siya? And make the testimony short but emotionally engaging. So dapat maniniwala yung mga pag kumuha kayo ng magbibigay ng testimony, maniniwala yung mga nakikinig sa kanya. Alright? Alright. Enhanced usapan sessions run only for 30 minutes. 30 minutes lang po siya. Hindi katulad ng mga health classes or mga natin na inaabot ng 1-3 oras, no? Tapos agitated na yung mga anak, nagiiyakan na kasi nagugutom na. Enhanced usapan is only for 30 minutes. Right? Okay. So, dapat no missed opportunities. Short acting FE methods must always be ready. No? Meron tayong dala-dala na yan. Mobilize, certified long-acting users, no? Yung IUD and STI. Document method of choice sa ating FE Form 1. And document referrals for permanent methods. Dapat meron tayong mga referral slips na ready. Kung gusto na niyang magpa-BTL at that point at alam naman natin na schedule, okay. Gawa ka agad ng referral slip. Alright. So, dapat natatrack din natin yung ating mga mga participants, lalong-lalo na yung mga buntis, kung sila ba ay nakakapag-receive ng family planning method after na manganak sila. So, dapat ma-monitor din natin yon or ma-follow up. Okay? There should be continuous improvement of enhanced usapan facilitator skills. So that's why we keep on integrating enhanced usapan, lalong-lalo na sa training on IPCC, no? Sinasama namin ito siya. So, for the outcome, which is the conversion rate, kung makikita nyo dun sa kabila, no? This is how our attendance sheet looks like. So pag halimbawa NA, tinitignan na namin kaagad dyan, ilan ang NA. And then dun mo makikita ngayon kung from the new acceptors, kasi ito yung may mga unmet needs, no? Karamihan sa kanila may mga unmet needs kasi nga hindi natin sila na-capture kaagad. So yung mga new acceptors, pag opt na sila for a specific family planning method, kaagad-agad nako-convert yan siya. Malalaman natin ilan sa kanila ang nag-accept ng family planning method. Okay? With that, thank you very much. I hope may natutunan kayo sa aking discussion. Any comment? Any question, clarification from the group?
Meron dito sa chat box sa Timalu. Merong question from Ma'am Noraline. Sa usapang BIBA, dapat ba teen moms and teen dads ang participants?
Yes, ma'am. Kasi batang ina, batang ama. Yeah. We are targeting yung mga nabuntis o nakapanganak na o nagkaroon ng abortion na mga kabataan starting from 10 to 19. Alam ko, meron last week na namin, na activity namin, merong 13, merong 14. So pag na-capture natin sila sa usapang BIBA, I think good for us na kasi na-capture sila. So oo. Meron naman siyang age na age bracket. So pag na siya 20 pataas, so hindi na siya belong sa sa BIBA. Pwede mo na siyang tanungin ngayon kung pwede pa, no? Pwede pa or kontento na. Pero 20 years old, pwede pa 'yan. Spacing pa 'yan. I hope I answered your question, Ma'am Noraline. Any more, Lucille? Yes po.
Good morning. This is Ayan Lagarik from CPMO Johnson po.
Okay, yes
My
sir.
question po ako. Sa iyo lang mama, like based on your personal experiences, ano yung mga common challenges na may encounter ng isang new practitioner or when it comes sa pag-conduct ng mga ganitong seminars?
Okay. Very good question, sir. Very, very good question. Alam ko talaga interesado ka kasi gusto mo na mag-start eh. Anyways, ito yung una-una mong encounter na problem. Kung hindi siya maayos na coordinate. Pag hindi maayos na coordinate yung yung activity mo, wala kang participants. Kaya ako, I make it a point to talk to the midwife beforehand. Sasabihan ko siya na take a look at your TCL, take a look at your saan dun yung mga pwede na nating i-invite, like tignan natin sa LAM. Sino na yung pwede nating invite? Or sino ba dun sa inyo yung mga bagong panganak? Kasi 'di ba may mga bagong panganak na babalik yan sila after a week or after a month na for their immunization ng kanilang mga anak. So pagbalik doon kasama nila ang husband nila kasi nga mahirap hindi pa makalakad ng mabuti si Missy. So nag-a-assist si husband. So magandang opportunity 'yon na to ask the midwife yung mga bagong panganak. So for me, pag hindi maayos yung coordination mo, isa yun siya sa malaking balakid for successfully conducting your enhanced usapan. Another one is kung wala kang available commodities, paano ka makaka-provide ng services? So kami ini-ensure namin na there is this epic commodities na dala-dala kasi kung halimbawa kahit man lang pills, meron kang dala-dala para meron kang mai-offer. Kasi ang natin, always ang iniisip ko diyan, pagbalik niya, kung wala kang naibigay na any family planning method, baka pagbalik niya, mabubuntis siya. Tama ba ako, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Isa yun sa mga like yung question ko. When it comes sa resources, kailangan ba talaga na financially back siya na before you can conduct effective seminars?
Okay. Kung naman siya, kung halimbawa si kapitan ay masyado namang generous, you can ask support from your barangay captain. I was able to do this once dun sa isang barangay. Nag-provide si kapitan ng snacks kasi kung halimbawa 15 or 20, kukonti lang yan at saka pinakamatagal na isang oras, and I think ang mas matagal pa nga siguro kung maghihintay sila. So I guess kayang-kaya siyang hindi naman siya masyadong kinakailangan ng bigger budget. So you can conduct it anytime na basta ang importante ma-coordinate siya at kung willing si kapitan, why not? 'Di ba? Yun lang yun. Okay, sir?
Thanks, ma'am.
Yes, you're welcome. Any more question before I will stop sharing my screen? All right. Any more question? Just to before ending my presentation, gusto ko lang i-share na we were able to conduct this last week sa Gensan. Kasama ko ang CPMO. Nagkanda kami ng usapang biba at saka mga buntis kasi yung mga umattend, maraming buntis. And I tell you, mataas po ang teen pregnancy ng Gensan because of the 57 na umattend ng aming kasi 3 batches or kumbaga 57, 75% of that mga kabataan at buntis. So yun lang po at maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Okay, Lucille?
Yes, thank you Ate Malu kung naapa mo yung questions, padayon lang gyapon pod sa butang sa inyong mga questions or any comments sa chat box. And so far, may na-accept na rin ako ng mga dito sa ating Google Classroom. Salamat sa pag-accept, no? So ang naka-accept so far 5 pa lang. But so far yung mga nilagay nyo natin na email addresses na input ko na po. So i-accept nyo na lang yung invitation sa Google Classroom. Okay, so it's my turn to present. Iha. Okay. So ito po. So my topic is generally I will talk about ano yung mga bagong FP campaigns nato. We work with, of course, the DOH and POPCOM in coming up with this. But first, we will talk about may ginawa kasi na formative research on FP motivations and barriers. And then ito yung naging basehan kung paano natin na-come up yung mga campaigns and also the materials for our clients and providers. So generally, ito yung background. The research was done last 2019 on October, November. Kasama po dito yung South Cotabato as one of the sites. It involved 60 respondents. So qualitative study siya kasi may private in-depth interviews. And the Institute for Philippine Culture at Ateneo de Manila University helped us, ReachHealth. This was also led by the Johns Hopkins University Center for Communication Programs. And for the full study and summary, makita nyo rin po sa link na ito, USAID ReachHealth PH link /downloads. So, bakit ginawa yung research? Of course, before we embark on something important and big and we have to spend a lot of resources, so we want to understand yung mga motivations and barriers, bakit ginagawa ng mga tao yung kanilang mga decisions for family planning. And also to inform yung ating program sa family planning. So the key results were overall, positive naman talaga yung attitude ng mga tao towards family planning. Yan, mga direct quotations coming from the respondent. So yung husband is supportive or kaya yung family nila is also supportive kasi nakita nila yung benefit ng family planning. Mahirap daw ang buhay, ganyan. And however, patuloy pa rin yung misinformation and rumors. So nandun pa rin yung misinformation and rumors. There's still that culture of fear and anxiety about family planning. Yung implant daw, pumupunta daw sa likod ng batok. And I'm sure you know a lot other misinformation and rumors going around about family planning. And then, it was also found out na women pa rin, na mga kababaihan pa rin yung main decision makers about family planning. So, may iba na empowered, na sila talaga din sila mostly ang nag-make ng decision. Or kaya, yung mga husband naman, they support the decisions of their wives. Also, it's interesting to note kasi yung mga attitude ng mga kalalakihan are sometimes extreme, no? May pro, may hindi. So polar extremes. So sabi nung isa, yung mga lalaki dapat cooperative and also sensitive kung anong gusto ng asawa. Pero yung isang lalaki naman, sabi niya, kahit gusto ng asawa ko pero hindi ko pinayagan. So, yun. May ganun pa rin talaga no sa society din natin. So, madalas din hindi napapag-usapan ang family planning kasi they think na private yan at saka within the family yan. Hindi yan masyadong pinag-uusapan. So, it's confidential. However, this is also where most of the misinformation and the rumors begin kasi hindi nga napapag-usapan ng maayos at hindi sila kumukuha or nakikipag-usap doon sa correct source of information. And sa tingin din nila, yung mga patawag sa barangay, community meetings, hassle. No? So it becomes a barrier, lalo na ngayon na pandemic. Medyo very challenging nga magpa-gather ng mga people. So why not let's find ways na hindi masyadong inconvenient sa kanila ang mga gathering, kasi we're talking about enhanced usapan, magpatapok taog-tao, but we want to make it short and sweet to cover what is essential sana. And then madalas sa mga babae na pumipili ng FP method, meron na silang naiisip, no? Meron na silang choice actually before pa sila pumunta sa health center. It's either nakagamit na sila, they think nahiyang sila, or kaya narinig nila sa kanilang mga kapitbahay or relatives. So sa tingin din nila, yun din ang nababagay sa kanila. So meron na silang choice, no, meron na silang alam somehow about family planning. And most of them also think na pag mag-family planning, it is linked to a better quality of life. So, ang sabi dito, gusto nila mag-family planning kasi gusto nilang maging maayos yung buhay nila, lalo na sa kanilang mga anak. And then ngayon, they also realize na mas maraming anak, mas maraming kabataan din, medyo mahirap mag-provide ng quality of life or kaya magpaaral. Medyo mahirap talaga ngayon, lalo na with this pandemic, no? There are a lot of difficulties pag masyadong malaki ang family. So other reasons cited bakit gumagamit yung mga tao ng family planning, of course, it's associated with good quality of life para sa pamilya, para sa anak, sa baby, at para rin sa sarili, no? More time for oneself. Ayan, worry-free lifestyle, medyo konti na lang ang iisipin kasi there's so many other things to think about. And somehow with family planning, they'll be able to control sa kanilang future. They'll be able to predict kung ano yung sunod na mangyayari. It will be better also for their finances. They will have more time for work, school, mag-ipon, or kung single man sila, they will be able to enjoy or maximize yung pagiging single. At some also cited na ma-reduce daw yung overpopulation ng Pilipinas. So paano ba ito na-translate into programming? These results which were done in 2019, nagamit din ito when we did the national FPCOM strategy that was early in 2020. And of course, it influenced yung mga succeeding campaigns and materials. So ano itong mga to? I guess you already have, of course, POPCOM is our main talaga na partner. You already have copies or access to these materials available. So makikita nyo, ito na yung itsura. As much as possible, we limit the use of yung mga body parts lang na parang disconnected. Ano ba yan? Spaceship ba yan? Pero not all, pero we try to minimize that kind of illustrations, and then put a Filipino face, no? Filipinos talaga yung ating nilalagay dito, hindi yung mga ibang race or yan. People like me use FP. Like for example, this one, it's okay to delay. So mga young people yung nilalagay na itsura. And then the tone that was used in the materials, it's friendly, it's warm, at saka yung common language, and then hindi masyadong medical ang terms na ginagamit. And then instead of saying side effects, sasabihin natin na common experiences. No, kasi alam natin yung pag sinabi nating side effects, merong negative connotation. And then in crafting also these messages and materials, we're also guided by behavioral economics principles. At so far, ang materials available are in Tagalog and English at saka Bisaya. We also defined our audiences. So we have our target audiences, yung delayers. We also want to move men from the poles, di ba? Magkaiba, at the extreme poles yung mga kalalakihan, yung iba supportive, yung iba naman ayaw, no? They become the barrier. So how do we move them para medyo nandun naman sila to become, kung hindi man fully supportive, pero at least hindi man lang sila maging barriers. And then we want to concentrate also on the couples with at least one child. And then eventually, meron din tayong campaign na we reach out to parents of adolescents. So we also confront misconceptions tactfully. So dito, pinakita dito na medyo, ano siya, medyo light siya. So we want to address yung common myths and medyo playful yung tone, especially yung how we handle present messages sa social media. And now these are our new campaigns. So kasama tayo lahat. So we have It's Okay to Delay for the young people. They are the 18 years old plus sexually active adults na hindi muna gusto magkaanak. So meron tayong social media at meron din tayong mga posters and other print materials, no? Available. So I will also share them with you. But actually we have shared this already with our regional offices then. We also, ayan, these are what you can see sa social media. So as population workers, we also encourage you to share ano yung mag-resonate sa inyo na mga messages kasi in each week, for every week, meron mga bagong post. So you can share it, no? Share as widely as you can sa inyong official pages and of course sa mga ating mga personal pages if you like. And then, yan, mga conversations. So, ang social media kasi ngayon is a hybrid na mass media na may halong interpersonal kasi people are really so much into social media. Facebook number 1 dito sa Philippines, no? Kahit sabi nila na it doesn't change behavior daw. Pero actually, yung mga tao, doon na nga nagagalit, nagbe-break sa Facebook at kung iba-iba pa, nagkaka-girlfriend dahil sa Facebook. So, yon. And then, ito yung mga materials available so far. This is a 4-part series, yung Datita video series. It can be found sa YouTube at saka sa Facebook din. How can we use this? It's either we can share this or we can use this as conversation starters, no? Kasi ang madalas na experience ng mga delayers, nag-asawa or into relationships pero ayaw mo na magkaanak, ay parang pinipressure sila magkaanak na kaagad. Pero ang choice sana nila mag-asawa is wag muna. Marami pa silang gustong gawin but they are in a relationship. So pwede siya conversation starter on how they can talk about freely, no, without malice about these kinds of issues. And ito so far yung reach, if we say na ilan ba talaga yung nare-reach natin na aabot ng ating mga mensahe. So for Mindanao, makita natin General Santos City is very high, no? Second to Davao City and also South Cotabato nandito rin. So these numbers are somehow big, no? This is as of June 2021. And if we say we have reached yung ating target group natin is between 18 to 35 years old. So most of these really are young people. No, matawag pa rin natin yan sila na mga young people. They may or may not be into relationships, but maybe they are already sexually active at ayaw pa nilang magkaanak. Majority also are female. Okay, so now ito naman campaign, target po natin yung parents of teens kasi in several studies, not only sa ginawa namin na human-centered design na study, meron din yung study sa YAFS and many other related studies concerning on how to address teen pregnancy na the role of parents is also very important. Or kaya yung mga guardians or mga responsible adults around the teens or influencers. So we made this campaign. Hindi man siya directly messaging our teens, pero malaki kasi talaga ang role ng mga parents din. So mostly ngayon, we have social media as the main platform. So anong itsura? So these are some of the posts. Yung pinakita ko kanina na quick slideshow at the beginning of our of the day. No, those are some of the social media cards na you can also download and you can also use them. You can print them however you think na would be appropriate. No, para saan ba? But we want also to know from you paano nyo ba ginamit yung mga social media cards na ito, kasi you can print it, you can put your own parang saan pwede lumapit, yung contact details, no? So please tell us how else you were able to use this, kasi you can also use this as gawin yung slideshow, or baka gusto nyo trip nyo gawin na cover sa inyong mga cellphones. No, why not? And then there's a lot of possibilities. Pwede rin gawin nyo na yung nag-move lang, no, sa AVP, gawin nyo sa inyong mga screens sa mga health facilities. Yan. So some of the conversations online na pwede magbigay ng payo at pwede rin sila magtanong about all relating to positive parenting, talking about love, sex, and relationships. Yun. Meron din tayong Facebook group or community where parents of adolescents can share their experiences or give advice or mga thoughts in that group. So far, ito po yung reach ng ating Konektado Tayo as of June. So pumapangalawa pa rin yung General Santos City, and South Cotabato is way over here. Nasa pang-ilan ito? 4th before Butuan. So ang naka-reflect lang po dito yung mga project size ng ReachHealth po. Okay, as for gender, again, majority pa rin yung females, 58%. And if we say, did we reach the right age group? Okay, let's see. Ang madalas po kasi parents of adolescents. So 25 to 34 at meron ding iba hanggang 45 to 54. So I believe we were able to reach our target group of parents with adolescents. Madalas dito sila sa 25 to 44 years old. And then, ito po yung hindi na yan coming soon. This has been launched already nung Family Planning Month, the Usap Tayo sa Family Planning. So, ReachHealth has been working with POPCOM and DOH in coming up with materials. And recently, na-launch na po yung ating TV commercial. No, sama-sama tayo sa family planning. This was launched last August 18. So, sana po ay you are also part of that. And makikita nyo po ito sa YouTube, no? Sama-sama tayo sa family planning. Ito okay na ito na nagawa na rin natin to. This was already launched. And for the materials available, we have booklets, take-home guides, and posters. Yung take-home guides at booklets, ang intention po natin ay ibigay sa ating mga clients when we even do this usapan, no, enhanced usapan. Kasi after availing services, sana meron silang madala na material na pwede nilang basahin or they can refer to kung meron pa silang mga questions after receiving a certain method. Or even before receiving a certain method, halimbawa, wala talaga kayong dala ng mga tarpaulin ba or flip chart, kung merong available na itong FP methods booklets at pwede niyong bigyan isa-isa yung ating mga participants ng usapan, you can already refer to this when you discuss specific FP methods of their own choice. And of course, itong poster, ilalagay nyo ito sa mga high traffic areas kasi ito yung, hopefully ito yung mang-eengganyo sa mga participants natin later on, ating mga target FP clients na magkaroon sana tayo ng new acceptors na pumunta, bumisita, magtanong no, sa ating mga health service providers at health centers. So sana hindi lang ilalagay sa health facility kasi captured crowd na yon. Pwede pa rin tayo mag-isip ng other areas where we can really maximize and optimize na the new acceptors, na saan ba sila, no? Baka pwede dun sa saan ba? Palengke, people still go to the palengke, the malls, nandun pa rin sila, no? Even if yeah, medyo bawal lumabas, pero why not, no? The posters can still be posted in those areas where people are. And ito, FP Methods booklet. So, dalawang klase po yan. For the layers, ito medyo light green. And for the usual couples, ito yung may picture ng family. Ay, drawing pala, illustration of the family. Ayan. So, these are the take-home guides. So, yan po yung description ng take-home guides. Ano po ito? Parang 6 na klase. So, it's for LAM, injectable, implant, IUD. Ang to come, darating pa lang or ginagawa pa lang for approval yung for BTL, vasectomy, at saka FAM. Yan. So, it's a job aid. By the way, it can also be used, itong take-home guide can also be used by our community health workers. So, pwede po silang magdala nito when they do house-to-house visits, no? If as their guide, para hindi na sila din mahirapan magtag-an-tag-an on what to say, especially about mga medyo technical siguro na mga aspects of explaining what about implant or IUD, ganyan. So at least general information kaya nilang ibigay. But if a client wants to know more, they can always refer it to the health service provider. Right? So it's also about the poster and the social media card slideshows. So yung pinakita ko kanina earlier, that was about konektado tayo. And then if you can also go to the it's okay to delay page. There are a lot more social media cards na you can download or you can repost, no, which you think are useful for you, no? So hindi naman lahat it may not work with you, but maybe there are some social media cards that would really resonate with you. Right. So ito naman, there are posters and stickers available or desktop na na card. Yan yung mga available materials that we have. Videos, now we're coming up with postpartum video also and new FP videos. Hopefully also when we do this usapan, pwede rin naman na yun, we're trying to come up with how can we make this easier na yung usapan, kasi nga we are working with limited time and also yung limited number of participants. How can we make it easier for them na at least hindi na tayo magtagal sa pag-explain din? Pwede rin natin na basahan natin sila ng method videos. Pwede niyo itong basahin, pwede before or after. Sabihin natin sa ating mga clients, so pwedeng bigyan sila ng link or kaya share to them via flash drive or kaya share it ba yan or Bluetooth sa kanilang mga smartphones if available and if possible. So pwede rin natin silang bigyan ng ganung information. So pwede na siya, yun nga, kasama sa evolution of what usapan is, na we should not be limited na hanggang flip charts lang tayo. Kasi there are other ways of doing it. Depende nga sa capability ng ating clients din kung meron and kung pwede. Otherwise, well, we can still use the usual flip chart, the things that we can attach, no, with our hands. So yun lang po sa part ng about our social media campaigns and materials available that we can use while we do this demand generation activities. Usapan ba yan or whatever form of community demand generation activities. So any questions so far sa ating sa presentation ko? Okay, walang question. Ang nakita ko dito sa ating chat box ay can't access the Google Classroom. Okay, so I will have to send to you via email. Sige po. So any questions so far? Or shall we proceed? Ayo, napabay tao.
You can
Good
proceed,
morning.
ma'am.
Okay, sige. Thank you po, Sir
You're welcome.
Ayan.
Opo.
It's already, ang bilis ng oras, no? 10:50 in my watch. Daliw na to ni. Sige. Wait, hanapin ko pa yung aking presentation. Sige, ito na tayo. So I'll proceed. Ang next part ng ating discussion is talking na about. Makita na ba? Am I sharing the right screen?
Wala, Sil.
Wala. Sige. May participate. What happened?
You want me to share mine?
Sige. Palihog kasi paano bang nangyari dito sa aking Zoom?
Stop share ka muna.
Oo. Halak ka.
What?
Hindi ko ma-stop share.
Hindi mo, leave ka muna. Ako na mag-share.
Sige.
Okay.
Leave muna ako. Ayan. Yun. Sus. Whew. Yeah, thank you.
Okay na?
Sige, slideshow na lang. Alright, so ito na yung first variant. Kung may COVID variant, parang pangit na yung word na variant, no? So, usapang pwede pa. Ano itong usapang pwede pa? Next slide. So, ang usapang pwede pa is for spacers, no? Pwede pa, gusto pa nila magkaanak. So, unmet need siya. So, this is one of the enhanced usapan variant to address unmet need na sa mga couples or maura or women na gusto pang magkaanak. So first, this is how we do this. So may registration, may attendance sheet. So we will provide you later on sa attendance sheet para maging familiar din kayo. And then check if all cells are completed. Di ba when we do usapan, hindi ito one person team. It should be a team, at least 3 ganit yun na CBT trained, na nurse or midwife. So may iba na assigned to do this registration. And then at the beginning, we will give each participant a small piece of paper. Pwede rin na halimbawa, any piece of paper, pwede rin na naka-ready na or kaya kukuha kayo ng isang ganyan, 'di ba minimum of 6, maximum of 16. Hindi makita yung aking papel. Okay, let's say. So, pwede rin naman na tanggalin ko ang aking background. Ayan. So, pwede rin naman nakukuha ng papel, any piece of paper, tapos i-cut nyo lang siya. No? Depende sa how many number of participants. Pwede naman maging resourceful eh. pwede rin kayo mag-ready ng piece of paper, depende sa how ready are you. So let's say nakakat na ng piece of paper, no? And ganito. Bigyan ng ganito, or it could be smaller, no? Pwede rin half of this. Bigyan ng each participant ng papel at susulat nila yung ng number according sa anong placement nila dun sa attendance sheet. So halimbawa, number 4 sila sa attendance sheet, susulatan nila dito ng number 4. And then, based din sa attendance sheet, makikita nila doon ano yung kanilang fertility intention. Gusto pa ba nila magkaanak or tama na or hindi pa nila alam. Pero mas mabuti na during registration, tinatanong nung assigned sa registration na ano nga yung kanilang gusto. Gusto pa ba nila magkaanak or hindi na. So, pag may nakita sila na limiting or tama na, so ibang grupo yon, no? Ibang grupo. At pwedeng immediate service provision na kaagad sila. Pwede na sila bigyan kaagad nung method na gusto nila. Or kaya, meron din naman tayong usapang pwede pa, doon naman sila i-direct. Pero sana hindi magkaroon ng ganito if during sa selection pa lang daan sa participants, after review and before inviting them, klaro na talaga yung segmentation, no, selection of participants. So for usapang pwede pa, ang those will remain are yung may spacing intention. So sila yung they will remain for the session. Next slide please. So ito po yung itsura ng attendance sheet for pwede pa. So una, i-check yung box na pwede pa. And then of course, i-fill out yung date, time, venue, saang lugar, sino yung facilitators na nandun. And then dito rin i-fill out din saan nyo ba nakuha yung list or names of your target participants kasi 'di ba dapat na na-identify ninyo na talagang unmet need sila. So ano yung naging sources ninyo of reviewing your data. So yan muna. Ito na part saka na to, sa last na to kasi summary na yan. So dito ilalagay yung name, yung edad, dyan kasarian, sex, and then address, as much as possible sana may phone, kung pwede pa nga yung social media ID if convenient din sa kanila at sa'yo to contact them through their FB messengers or whatever apps nila. And then i-check din kung buntis ba or hindi kasi baka buntis, so baka ibang grupo sila, no? Baka doon sila ilagay sa buntis 1 or buntis 2 na usapan. And then ito yung kanilang fertility intention. Gusto mo bang magkaanak, hindi na, or hindi muna? So for usapang pwede pa, ito dapat ang kanilang i-answer, hindi muna. So spacing. Okay, so pwede rin kung pwede nang itanong, syempre yung naka-assign sa registration, kung kaya na rin itong sagutan na portion, nakagamit ka na ba noon ng FP method? Ayan, pwede rin yung sagutan at saka gumagamit ka ba ngayon ng FP method? Pwede rin itong sagutan, no? At saka later na lang yung pwede na rin palang lagdaan. Yan. So, yan po yung itsura ng ating attendance sheet. Next slide. May sound na po, marinig pa po ako?
Loud and clear, ma'am.
Okay, sige po. So, ang unang gagawin is, of course, introduction. This is just to break the ice. So, again, kasi, di ba, as found in the study, medyo hassle sa kanila yung mga pa-meeting-meeting, lalo na ngayon. Pasalamat talaga tayo sa kanila. Thank you for coming to the session. And then, depende kung even number sila, i-divide them into pairs. Kung an even number, pwede rin 3, no? They will introduce each other. So exchange sila ng magpapakilala sila sa bawat isa. And then basic information lang, pangalan, ilan ang anak, at saka pwede rin yun ito i-modify, no? Pwede itanong niyo, so what have you observed? Anong nakikita mo sa kanya sa araw na to? or any other information na pwede nilang i-share. Sinong favorite mo or sinong idol mo, ganyan. So, ang gusto lang talaga natin sa portion na ito is break the ice. Hindi sila masyadong stiff. So, yan, be humorous. So, it also depends a lot sa personality ng ating facilitator, no, na yun, uy, participate kayo, ganyan. So, yan, be humorous. And then, yun, nakapag-pair na sila, nagkapakilala na sila, maybe you can give them, ayan, 5 minutes lang ito kasi mabilisan lang. Okay, next slide. So this time, itanong natin sa kanila, okay, sa palagay ninyo, napagpakilala na sila, no, you gave them time, quick enough lang, mga small information, and then this time, okay, sa palagay ninyo, bakit kayo nandito? Para saan ba ang session na ito? So, yun. What are their expectations? So, ask them. Kung 6 lang sila, well, pwede nyo silang tanungin 6. Pero if medyo 15, pwede rin, no? Quick lang, 1 word lang, i-cue nyo lang sila na to give their expectations quickly, mabilisan lang. And then after giving or soliciting from them their expectation and their yung sa tingin nila bakit sila nandun, of course thank them. Salamat, no? Salamat sa inyong mga sagot and for your time and effort na pumunta dito. So we have to emphasize to them na yung decision nila not to have children ay ayun, maraming salamat sa inyong desisyon. Kasi spacers na nga sila, di ba? Kasi earlier na separate natin yung mga limiter. So, ang nandito na lang sa grupong ito ay yung mga nag-decide na to have children anytime soon. So, yung mga huwag muna. So, congratulations po sa inyo kasi nandito kayo and you want to know more. Gusto nyo pang matuto. Ano pa ba yung pwede nyong gawin? Isip mothers or fathers, isip mga ginikanan. And then, bigyan natin ng palakpak ang bawat isa. Okay, give everyone a round of applause. Next. So this time, parang mabilisan lang. Yes, it takes practice, no? Kaya nga sana meron talaga tayong practicum after this. And actually, meron tayong imagine natin meron tayong demo even online, may demo tayo ha. Look forward to it. So this time we will ask about them. Okay, 'di ba sinulat niyo sa during sa pagpapakilala ninyo earlier na ilan yung anak ninyo, ganyan. So, maalala natin na ito yung how many number of children do you have? Sige. So ngayon, tanong natin, ano-ano po ba ang pinagkakabalahan ninyo maghapon? So, pangutangan sila, maybe volunteer 2 or 3 kasi maubos din naman yung panahon nyo if you want to ask everyone. Pero pwede rin na itanong nyo dun sa may pinakamaraming anak. So, ito yung talaga targeted question. So, ma'am, ano yung pinagkakaabalahan nyo maghapon? Saan ba kayo nabibisi the whole day? So, yan, depende sa sagot. Pero usual sagot sa pag-aalaga ng bata, sa pagluluto, or kaya kung ano pa na ginagawa sa bahay. And then, madali po ba kayo mapagod? No? Do you tire easily? Siyempre, dahil maraming ginagawa, papagod talaga. So, kulang po ba ang oras sa maghapon para sa mga gawain? Oo, ma'am. Kulang na kulang kasi anong ginagawa ko today, ganun pa rin sa pagdating bukas. So, enough ba ang tulog mo sa gabi? Sapat ba? Kulang nga, ako yung unang gumigising at ako pa rin yung last na natutulog. Okay, so may panahon pa po ba kayo para mag-enjoy? Do you have time for leisure, entertainment? Ewan ko ma'am, drama na lang sa radyo. O kaya Facebook, scroll. So, yun, itanong din natin sa kanila if they have a time for themselves. So, ito yun. Related yung 5 and 6. So, ano po ba ang gusto nyo para sa inyong sarili? So, unsa ay ang inyong gusto pa, no? Para sa inyong sarili. So, dyan rin natin maipapalabas, baka meron pa silang ibang wishes sana. No? May iba pa silang gusto sanang gawin. Okay, next. So this time, mabilis lang din ito. Okay, ma'am. Sa tingin nyo, ano kaya ang dahilan ba't ayaw nyo muna magkaanak? So yun, actually, nung mga sinagot niya earlier na marami siyang ginagawa, kulang panahon, madalas yun yung mag-lead sa kanya sa sagot na ito. Bakit ayaw niya munang magkaanak? Pero posible may iba pa siyang sagot na gusto ko muna mag-aral or gusto ko muna magnegosyo, gusto ko munang marami silang gusto. And then next follow-up question is, ano po pala ang gusto nyo para sa inyong mga anak? So, yan. Lalabas din dyan yung mga sagot na yung aspirations nila para sa kanilang mga anak and for their family. So, mabilis lang. So, it's a conversation, no? How you handle this conversation na sana, kung meron ka mang kodigo, pero in a way, make it conversational sa kanila. Yung logical naman yung flow ng mga pagtatanong at yung flow din ng discussion. Okay, next. So, okay ma'am or sir, salamat no sa mga sagot ninyo. So, this time, may exercise lang tayo. Parang konting laro lang. Tawag natin dito ay planting rice or planting corn. So, if may available tayo na mga corn seeds, mas maganda yung corn kasi mas malaki. Kasi kung palay, medyo maliit masyado. Pero whatever is available, pwede ragani po mais. Or kung wala gyud, sometimes I did yung small pieces of paper, lukot-lukot lang na ako ganyan. Imagine kuan ni siya. Liso ni siya, no? Seed ni siya sa corn. Okay, so let's say I'll get 2 participants. Ang isa ka participant, ang imong pagtanom, no, itanom daw na siya sa ground or kung asa man na ninyo itanom. Ang isa, kuan, enough space. So kung unsa man iyang concept of enough space, so hayaan natin siya. Or maybe you can also agree, unsa bang concept of enough space? 1 foot, 2 feet, or isa ka dangaw, ganyan, isa ka dangaw. Ano ba yung concept mo ng enough space kung magtanom og corn? And then yung another participant, ang instruction mo is, okay, ang gawin mo, closely spaced together. No? Closely, ang katong enough space, 2 rows lang. Unya, katong closely spaced, 4 rows. So daghan kaayo. And then closely pagyud kaayo ang space. So in comparison with the enough space, mas shorter gyud ang interval. Okay, so next. Okay, meron tayo ditong video. Yan, ito ginawa namin sa RHU Sinawal, no? Kuan gani ni siya, usapang biba kay mga young people ni sila ba? Please click on it, Ate Malu, kung ma-access mo ang video.
Saan ko siya i-click? Sorry.
Kani picture, kanang picture.
Okay. Double click?
Isa lang. Yan, it takes a while kay adto pa siya sa Google Drive. Na pwede daw cornix, wag lang kainin pagkatapos. Oo, kasi nilagay mo na yun sa ground or kung asaman. Hala, wala pa nagkuan, Ate Malu.
I'm seeing it na.
Ay, sige. Nagdagan pa siya sa kalawakan.
Nakikita ba nila?
Wala pa ang video.
Naka-video sa akin.
Okay, let's see. Stop share sa Ate Malu siguro. I think I can
Okay.
already share screen.
Sige, ikaw na.
Sige ha. Hanapin ko yung video na yan. Planting corn, enough spacing. Are you seeing my screen?
No.
Yes, are you seeing my screen?
No.
No, ma'am.
All right, wait.
Pero yung kanina, Ma'am Joybel, nakita nyo ba?
Ito.
Yung video, ma'am, hindi po.
Alright.
Ito. This one? Are
Ayan,
you
yes,
seeing it?
ma'am.
Sige.
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Ayan. So, ginawa namin yan sa open space. So, yan yung concept nila ng enough spacing. Kanang, ayan, na siya corn. So, yan po yung how they did it sa RHU Sinawal. No? And then, example naman po sa close spacing sa other group. Ayan, are you seeing also the screen, Gyapon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Na, dugol kaayo. So, batang ama ni siya. Di magpaila kay nakahud.
Nahulaw siya kay nagtanom siya corn.
Okay, so that was an example no nga gibuhat nato sa RHU Sinawal. Sige, pwede na siguro kung mag-share screen natin Malu. Ay, ikaw lang gihapon natin Malu kasi yun yung last slide kasi pahanapin ko pa yung aking presentation. Ano yun?
Wait lang.
Yan. Dito na tayo sa third. Ito, picture. Okay. So, depende sa kung anong sitwasyon ninyo. So, sunod pa, Ate Malo, yung mga buntis. Ayan. So, this one naman, dahil buntis sila, maglisod man na sila og duko-duko. Maglisod sila duko-duko, no? Pero sa mixed crowd ni sila, gibutang lang ni sila sa pwede pa. Kay gamay ra man pud kaayo sila that time, no? Nga ibutang sila sa buntis 1. Ay buntis 2 kay dagko na og tiyan. Pero gisagol ni siya sa pwede pa kasi yung kanilang age group. So, ginawa dito for the enough spacing, itong nakaputi. And then for the close spacing, itong naka-floral. Floral ba ni siya? Colored. No, pertig yung dugula ang iyang gibutang. So nakatayo lang sila sa table at gidemonstrate na lang nila yung pagtatanim na closely spaced at saka enough spacing. Ayan, they agreed among themselves na ito yung itsura ng closely spaced and then enough spacing. Okay, next. Okay, ang importante dito sa exercise na ito ay yung paano i-process. Do we need to follow same exercises, ma'am? Do you have any other suggestion then or you have any idea to illustrate sa spacing? Kasi ang concept dito, bakit natin ginagawa ang planting corn or rice exercise is para mapag-usapan yung benefit why we do spacing. Okay, next slide, Ate Malu. Yan. Sige, I'll get back sa imo ang question unya, Ma'am Carmen. Sige. Ang important sa exercise na to is ang questions na ating i-generate and the answers we get from them. So question, paano ang pagtubo ng palay or mais sa dalawang magkaibang taniman? So ipa-compare na to sa ilaha. No? Kung kibalo sila magtanom, kung marunong sila magtanim, siguro naman may idea sila kung alin ba ang mas maganda ang tubo ng dalawa, yung enough space or yung closely spaced. So sa tingin nyo, kuan lang kanang diretso lang yung pagtatanong. Sa tingin niyo alin dito ang mas masigla at mas matatag? Yung gwapo ang pagtubo, no? O sa alin dito sa dalawang pagtatanim na mas gwapo ang bunga, no? Mas maraming bunga, maging mas maganda, no? Okay. Sa tan-aw ninyo unsa kayo mahitabo sa palay or mais na gitanom nga wala sa panahon, no? Wala sa plano. So, yun yung mga guide questions na gusto natin will generate the answers that we want. Kasi i-relate natin siya discussion ng family planning. Okay, ma'am, sir, sa pag-abot sa pamilya, pag-abot sa pagbuntis, pag-anak ug sa ayan, naa kay mga anak, no? Unsa sa tan-aw ninyo ang mas maayo ang kinabuhi sa mga anak? Kasi yung mga bunga or pati yung mga tanim na itinanim, those represent the children, di ba? Okay, so sa tan-aw ninyo, unsa ba'y maayo gyud unta? And then ang discussion dayon base sa ilang mga sagot, so i-relate nato na. So ma'am, kung dugol kaayo ang pag-anak ninyo, sa tan-aw ninyo kuan ka ni safe kaya pirmi ang ginikanan ang inahan, no? So kasi we know every time na magbuntis ang usa ka inahan o apil pod ang baby, no, eventually very high risk gid na siya. Especially yun, as per experience, since I have 2 kids, muagi gid og ospital, no, ambot lang ano na siya bisag unsaon og atiman. Pero before 5 years old, moagi gyud og ospital ang bata. Well, na ang immunization, even if lahat ng immunization ay gi-undergo, pero there are other unforeseen risk also. So, yun, naagi makagasto gyud ta pero buyag. So, how do we relate this exercise of planting corn to spacing?
Nga mo yan, tiil na kapon yun sa doon nagpiloy at Habi ko na piyang.
Yes, sir? Okay, sige. To answer Ma'am Carmen sa do we need to follow same exercise? We suggest you follow this exercise kasi ito na nga presented na siya, pero if you think you have better suggestion pod, kasi kami pod sa ReachHealth, we are also looking for other ways, no, kasi we want to also improve the current form of enhanced usapan. Baka meron din kayong magandang maisuggest. Sa tingin nyo, ano kaya po? Meron pa kaya tayong pwedeng isuggest na other exercise to illustrate yung spacing?
Before you proceed,
Yes.
Sil, pakitingin yung questions sa chat box. Baka may mga concerns.
Yeah, yung question niya is, do we need to follow same exercises? And many thank you. Tsaka ano to? Haha. Yeah, I can see the comments in the chat box. Ma'am Carmen, okay ka na po dun sa sagot ko? Or would you also like to share po? Okay na po. Yes, ma'am. Okay na po. Sige. Thank you po, Ma'am Carmen. Okay, next. Okay, so ito na. Ito na kasi we still lead our discussion back to the discussion on family planning. So, ma'am, ano po yung ginagawa or gagawin nyo para di muna magkaanak? Kasi, di ba, spacing ang grupo natin. So, tanungin natin siya. Pwede dito lumabas yung kanilang mga current practices, or kaya meron din silang mga myths and misconceptions, kung ano yung pinagagawa nila, mga herbal ba yan, or kung ano-ano pang mga practices. So diyan natin malalaman din from them kung ano yung mga different ways na hindi muna sila magkaanak. Kung saba sila, magrosaryo lang sa mi, ma'am. Yun, ana, saba ilang ginabuhat para di muna sila magkaanak. Okay, so next. So okay, ma'am, sir, sa imong gibuhat Okay, thank you, no? Thank you sa inyong mga answer. Pero kami pod, napod mi i-present sa inyo ha na ito po ang mga ligtas at epektibong paraan para di mo na magkaanak. So this is the time na i-introduce natin ang different FP methods specific for spacers. So ito na yung time na pwede nato igawas, no? I-ready na nato tong ato ang mga flip tarp or flip chart, pwede rin desk chart, or hatagan na to sila itong mga FP booklets kung available. So, okay. So, mao ni siya mga available. Yun nga, di ba, 30 minutes. So, i-manage ang time, no? How much time are you going to spend to discuss each of these methods? So, you may not have to go into each method into detail. Kay mahurot pud lagi ang inyong panahon. Di ba, 30 minutes lang to. So, you discuss a little about LAM, pills, injectable, our PSI, IUD, condom, and standard days method. And then later on, pwede natin sabihin sa kanila, so kung gusto pa ninyo malaman kung may napili na kayo about this particular FP method, doon natin pag-uusapan later on with the health service provider, especially during counseling. Kung eligible ba kayo for that particular method na napili ninyo. So, yan. So, yan. You discuss already the FP method. So, 5 minutes lang yan. So, mabilisan lang din talaga. Introduction lang of the different FP methods. Okay, next. Okay, testimony, ito din sana, di ba, during organizing. Ready sana kung sino yung magbibigay ng testimonial. So this one, it should be someone na magbigay ng kanyang pamamahayag, no? Na despite facing similar challenges, yan, medyo nahirapan sila sa kanilang mga resources, or kaya, yun, muhatag siya og testimonial sa iyang mga kaagi, mga kalisod nga iyang naagian. And then, how she was able to overcome these challenges and made the decision to embrace birth spacing. At ngayon, they are now enjoying the benefits sa family planning. So, unsa to mga benefits sa family planning, i-mention niya na yun, may control siya sa iyang panahon, may time siya for negosyo, mag-earn ng income, ang mga iyang anak, maka-eskwela na og tarong, naapod siya time to do the modules, to help sa mga online classes, iyang mga anak. So, maumanay mga realidad sa panahon karon, mga parents na gyud ang mga teachers at home. So, yun. We hope na meron tayong testimony kasi itong testimony na part, ito yung magbibigay ng emotional appeal sa atong mga participants, no? So that way usapan siya talaga. So they can also ask the person nga naghatag og testimonial nga, uy, giunsa nimo ni ana, giunsa day nimo, unsa imong mga kaagi. So that becomes yun nga, it's a conversation. It's an usapan for them na dili masyadong technical unya. It's enjoyable also for them. Okay, next. Okay, sige. Sa puntong ito, di ba ganihan, nag-present man ta sa mga different FP methods. So baka at this time na amoy FP method na gusto na ninyo. So at in the beginning, di ba naamoy piece of paper with a number ninyo kung asa mo nakasulat sa attendance sheet. Okay, pakisulat sa papel, dire ninyo. So sana meron silang mga lapis or di ba karon uso na nga bring your own ball pen. Sana they also do that, no? To avoid sharing sa mga things. So isulat na sa papel unsa inyong FP method of choice. And then pag nakasulat na sila, i-update na dayon, di ba? At least 3 health service providers would be part of the Usapan team. So pwede mag-look around, no? Or pwede po ipasa kay na may number naman yon, may code naman yon kung kinsa ang tag-iya sa maong papel. So i-update that last columns of the attendance sheet where it can indicate the method of choice at saka i-indicate also kung undecided sila or not interested. So pwede man nga walay sulod jud. So undecided sila or not interested. Wala gyud sulod ang ila ang papel. And then after that, pa na, no? Thank you. Thank you sa mga nag-attend. Thank you for your time. Unya kadtong gusto na mag-avail, so pwede na tayo mo diretso sa one-on-one counseling and service. Pero usually, dahil nga kung tama yung ating selection of participants, usually dito natin makikita yung conversion rate na most, no, if not all, of those we invited for this usapan, lahat yan mag-a-avail. Kasi yun nga, sayang ba, missed opportunity na, i-let go mo na sila, umupo na nga sila nandun. At saka unmet need yun sila. So, usually talaga, mag-avail na yan kaagad ng service. And they will also undergo the one-on-one counseling. Pero if their choice is halimbawa BTL or kaya yung other long-acting method na hindi available sa facility, pwede po na ready ta dapat kung when is the next time they will come back or kung asa sila i-refer, kung pwede pag yun gani, ihatod sila kung asa na sila dapat mag-add to kay para dili yun sila ma-miss out. So that's it. Okay? Oh, yan. They will also remind them what they need to prepare. Okay, next. So yan. Ito yung portion sa attendance sheet na i-fill out, no, after na. So ang health service provider na ang mag-fill out. So kung nabigyan na ng one-on-one counseling, so i-check lang kung oo o hindi. And then kung nabigyan din ba ng FP method, kung anong FP method na specific, so ilagay din dito kung NA, new acceptor, or OA, old acceptor, hindi overacting. Kung hindi, ano kayang reason? Bakit? So, yan, makukuha yung information na ito actually during counseling. And then, ni-refer ba sa ibang facility? Yan, importante din ito if hindi sila naka-avail ng service that time, pwede rin sila i-refer at kung saan. Kasi ang importante natin dito ay ma-follow up natin sila kung eventually they were able to really avail of the service. Hindi lang kung nahulog lang sila in between the cracks at hindi natin alam ano nangyari sa kanila after our usapan session. So with this, we will be able to track somehow kung halimbawa undecided, may undecided dyan, we can still follow up sa kanila. We can still do follow up. Baka next time, kailangan lang nila mag-consult with their husbands or their partners. Sana next time, they will avail of the family planning service na bagay sa kanila. Okay? Any questions so far?
Phil, if I may add.
Yes, Ate Malu.
Sa attendance sheet, pag meron silang ginamit na family planning method before, like for example, nag-PIL sila or DMPA and then they would want to have PSI, no? Magpapa-insert sila ng implant. So, nag-shift na sila ngayon from the short-acting to long-acting family planning method. So, dito makikita mo, kaya nga dun sa question, gumagamit ka ba noon? And gumagamit ka ba ngayon? Baka yung ngayon nila, short-acting sila and then they would shift to long-acting. So kaya may tanong yan dyan ngayon na nabigyan ba ng family planning method? So dyan mo makikita kung other acceptor siya or shifter, no? Diyan. So ang conversion rate po dito natin makikita sa attendance sheet. So total number of participants tapos number of those who actually accepted family planning method times 100, yun yung ating conversion rate.
Yes, ito na nga yung summary Ate Maluo sa taas, 'di ba? Total number of participants, ito na yung sinasabi mo dito na sa summary sa upper right. Yan, diyan natin makikita. So maghanap tayo ng conversion rate, dali ra kaya na siya i-compute dito sa taas. Okay, so
I think we have a lot of parang makuha ng ating chat box.
Ito. Sabi ni Ma'am Noraline, I think the exercise naman are good kasi very easy to relate to the topic. Pangmasa talaga at madaling maintindihan ng mga participants, especially those from the barangays. Oo. And then, yes, may available na attendance sheet. I can also provide, I think I have uploaded it sa ating Google Classroom, no? And then, who will do the one-on-one counseling? Yes, kasi di ba sa team, dun sa organizing, sa usapan session, at least 3 FPCBT trained na mga nurse or midwife. After, so mag-assign na. If there's 6 or 15 of them, yeah, all of these health service providers are trained on FPCBT at least level 1, they can already do the counseling right after. So hintay-hintay lang po mga sir ug ma'am kay syempre one person at a time ramang gyud ang counseling. And ito pala, the enhanced usapan should be done sana in a health facility where there's a place for counseling na may privacy and nandun din yung mga services available and commodities available. Yun po. Okay, send us the template for the attendance sheet. Sige po. Ma'am Carmen, were you able to access po sa ating Google Classroom? So if not,
Wala pa ma'am, wala ako naka-access ma'am ba?
sige, imo na bang type imo ang email address diri sa chat box?
Yes ma'am, nabigay ko na po ma'am.
Sige. So if wala sige, i-email ko na lang po sa imuha ang kaning attendance sheet.
Yes ma'am, salamat ma'am.
Sige po. Anything else? Okay, going, gone. Pero sige lang, basig na pa may mga questions on niya. Just continue to ask. Oh my God, it's 11:30. I will give this to Ate Malu. Kulang gid ito ang time, Ate Malu, no?
Wait lang. I would like to start with usapang kontento na sana, kaya lang lumalabas si Magino. Wait lang ha. Stop share muna ako. Okay. Actually, si usapang kontento na, no, is like pareho lang sila ng ng usapang pwede pa, almost the same. Hanapin ko muna si si kontento na. Para isang ko na lang tayo. Para tomorrow we'll start with Bakit walang kontento na, Lucille?
Oo nga. This is the same presentation we did. Pero
the same, almost the same sila ng
yes, the same lang siya. Ang i-emphasize lang natin yung iba yung kanyang methods of choice, fertility intention at saka methods of choice sa limiters.
Okay. I'll proceed with bagong Maginoon para share screen muna ako. Okay. Just to give you parang ano ba yung difference ni kontento na at saka ni pwede pa. Si kontento na, of course, si kontento na, this is the limiting ng mga fertility intention. So the FE method that they will be using is more like long acting siya. So sa pwede sila yung pills, DMPA, or at least PSI, kasi ang PSI 2 to 3. So pero kung gusto nila ng limiting na, kasi nga kontento na sila, they will opt for BTL and IUD kasi mas long acting yun. So yes,
I can
ma'am.
share the contento na slide.
Okay, sige go.
Okay. Makita na ba?
Oh yeah. Sige.
Sige, wait ha. Slideshow. Alright.
Okay. Next. So si Usapang Kontento na, katulad ng sinasabi namin ni Lucille, is for those who are limiters, no? Just the same for during the registration. So unang-una natin gagawin because we are a team. Meron nang somebody is taking care of the attendance sheet, no? Paano pag-fill out ng attendance sheet. And then katulad ng sinabi kanina, give them a small piece of paper. Yung number nun corresponds their names, no, in the attendance sheet. And then yung review ng fertility intention. Next. So again, pareho din. So we'll have introduction, same introduction. Now, ang gusto ko lang idagdag dun sa sinabi ni Lucille kanina, sinabi niya kanina, you can modify. Kasi this is just a guide para malaman natin ano yung step-by-step process. As a matter of fact, kung ikaw ay nasa kumbaga on-site na or actual na siya, mas malalaman mo kung paano siya patakbuhin as compared kung halimbawa ngayon na kinuha namin sa inyo, sinasabi namin sa inyo yung paisa-isa. But if you are there already, like for example, based on my experience, pagdating mo doon, andun na sila lahat, madaming mga participants. So sabihin mo more than 30. So dapat kalat na kaagad ang team kasi ayaw natin sila maghintay ng matagal, di ba? So kaagad-agad dapat mabilis kang mag-isip, and then you make it a point na magawa mo yung activity in such a manner na hindi sila masyadong burdened, no? So ako, based on instinct na rin, yun yung parating kong sinusundan based on my instinct, kung ano yung madatnan ko sa area, that's how I decide. So ako hindi ko naman alam kung paano nyo gagawin later on, but for me, like ilang enhanced usapan na nagawa ko, I'll make it a point na mag-decide na kung ano yung what is best for the participants. Okay? Next, Sil. So dito sa expectation setting, ganun pa rin naman, kailangan natin silang tanungin, no? Bakit sila napunta doon? Paano sila inimbitahan? And then thank them for their time and effort. Usually ito ginagawa ko siya kasi nga malaki yung pasalamat natin sa kanila for attending dahil despite of the pandemic, takot silang lumabas, and yet they're there kasi nga they have this intention na mag-family planning. Okay? So same, if you will notice same questions as the pwede pa. All right? Next, Sil. So again, fertility intention and aspirations, ito na ngayon kung kasi sa pwede pa, gusto nila lang, baka mga 2 or 3 years gusto nila magkaanak. Ito naman, ang fertility intention is limiting na, as in permanent na siya na family planning method. Next. So ito, another exercise. Tanong kanina ni Ma'am Cora, no? Tama ba? Ma'am Carmen, ano pa ba yung mga ibang exercise? Ito naman, another exercise. Kanina, planting rice. Now this is the break bread exercise. So, kung ready kayo, sabi ni... Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We'll have a video for that. Kung ready kayo, you can have parang drawing ng mga tinapay o kaya ng pie. Tapos, gugupitin nyo yung mga pie na yon. in terms of the number of slices, parang ganon. Okay na, Sil?
Dili ka mag-demo, Temalu.
Dili ko. Wala ko. I'm not ready, charot.
Sige, sige.
Do you have a video for that?
Wala.
Wala. Okay. Let's ano na lang.
Pwede ra gud unta tawag ka na. Sige, demo.
Papel.
Yes.
You want me to have a paper? Sorry, Nahiya ako. Okay, sige. So,
Video
kunwari,
on.
ay, madilim ang aking lugar. Nasa kwarto kasi ako. Sige.
Oo.
Kunwari, you have this piece of paper, no? Bigyan nyo yung bawat participants ng papel, no? Whether half ba siya or full, depende, or whole. So,
Maliit lang.
Yeah,
Kaya maglisod
pwede na
sila
para
og-
gamay basig makaingon sila. Oh, wala namin laing papel. O, kunwari ito, half lang. Kunwari.
Para maglisod sila
Okay.
og bahin-bahin.
Yeah. Just imagine that this piece of paper is like a bibingka. Yun ang parati kong sinasabi, bibingka. Kasi parang mas makaka-relate sila sa bibingka kaysa sa pie. O kaya, di ba? So, kunwari ito ay, bibingka. Pwedeng hatiin nyo itong bibingka na ito sa dami ng, equally, sa dami ng kasama mo sa bahay. Kung ilang kayo sa bahay, yan yung hati ng bibingka mo. So, yun yung instruction. So, itong papel na to hahatiin ko. Like, for example, halimbawa, sa bahay namin, 4 lang kami. So, hahatiin ko ng ganito itong bibingka para sa mga anak at saka sa amin. Okay. So, ganito kalaki. Now, that's breaking the bread. Okay? Now, syempre, sa mga participants dyan, hindi lang naman 2 yung anak nila. Merong 5 ang anak. So, hahatiin niya, 5 plus 2 sila. So, 7 equal parts. And then after that, you process. Sasabihin mo sa kanila, sa laki ng mga bibingka na to, sa tingin mo saan mas mabubusog ang mga anak mo o kung saan kayo mas mabubusog. So that's the kind of question I usually ask. Sorry medyo pan yung aking . Pero I think naintindihan niyo ho ba yung laki ng ng bibingka, yun lang yung importante doon. So the smaller the bibingka, syempre, no? The smaller the bibingka, the smaller is the tawag ito, share of each member of the family. So kung halimbawa dadagdagan mo pa ng isa yung hati na yun, what do you think will happen? So those are the questions that sometimes yun yung tinatanong natin when we do this break the bread. Naintindihan po ninyo? Naintindihan ba siya? So I think let's move on.
Sige, move on.
Okay. So ito ang example na sinabi is pwede siyang oras, pagkain, pera or atensyon, pag-aaral. Kung minsan pwede rin siyang gamitin sa lupa, no? Yung halimbawa paano mo paghahati-hatiin, no? Kung halimbawa meron kang lupa, no, propiedad. Now, ayan ang tanong, ano po ang mangyayari kung madadagdagan pa ang inyong anak? Next, Sil. So, ano po ang ginagawa at gagawin ninyo para di na magkaanak? So, from that question, no? Paano pag nagkaroon pa kayo ng anak? Anong mangyayari? Parang ganyan. Sa tingin ninyo, mabubusog ba kayo? Yung mga ganun. Kung halimbawa, bibingka. Okay lang gang. Sige na, go na. And so, ito yung mga ligtas at epektibong paraan para di na magkaanak. So, please notice that the family planning methods here are long-acting. So, like IUD, PSI, BTL, and NSB. Sinali natin si PSI dito kasi mga 2 to 3 years ito siya, at least, no? Pero sa spacing, okay din si PSI. All right, next. So, again, katulad nung sa ano sa pwede pa, meron pa ring ano, testimony. Ito yung mga long acting na mga ano na like sino yung nagpa-BTL, pwede ba siyang magbigay ng testimony, no? Yung nagpa-PSI o kaya nagpa-IUD kasi sometimes these are the ano the family planning methods na may mga misconception. So mas mabuti na dito tayo yun sila yung kukunin natin as ano as maghatag ng ano ng testimonial. Okay? Next lang. So, sa puntong ito, may family planning method na ba kayo na gusto ninyong gamitin? Pakisulat sa papel. So, we provided them pieces of paper. Ilalagay na nila kung anong mga family planning method ang gusto nila doon. And then, just the same, update the last column of the attendance sheet, indicate method of choice, and indicate also if undecided or not interested. And then thank the participants and ask them to stay on for the one-on-one counseling and service. So if provision of service is on a later date, inform them of the date, place, and time, and what they need to prepare. So katulad ng sinabi ko kanina na during the dun sa yung mga how to organize enhanced usapan, dapat meron na tayong partner, no, na referral hospital who is providing BTL or IUD insertion. So for Gensan, usually ang kanilang partner referral hospital is the Dr. George P. Royeca City Hospital or RO Jagan Cooperative Hospital. Okay, next. Ayun, tapos na. Kasi na-mention na ni Lucille ang pwede pa. So I guess kung itong dalawang na to, always magkasama ito sila. Kasi nga magkano lang naman doon lang sila nagdi-differ sa fertility intention. Okay, Lucille, over to you.
Yes, wait. Thank you, Ate Malu, no? Parang ang ating oras ay oras de peligro. So how do we go about this? Pwede kayang assignment ang ating presentation? Kasi we intend sana na meron tayong demo per group. At least man lang kahit online, meron tayong hatian ng grupo. One would do the usapang pwede pa. And the other one will do the usapang kontento na. Kasi most likely ito yung pwede nating gawin na activity sa field. Kasi this would also contribute to our new acceptors talaga. And also current users. Temalu, what do you think?
Ma'am Lucille, putol-putol po kayo.
Ay, putol-putol. Hello. Ayan po, marinig na po. Hello?
Okay ka na sa akin, Sil.
Okay, sige. Oras de peligro na, no? 15 minutes left or on my watch. Tama ba ang aking oras? How do we do this? What's the suggestion of the group? Kasi sana meron man lang tayong isang parang demo of one of the variants through a breakout. Well, hindi na natin magawa ang breakout group ngayon. But pwede sanang assignment na tomorrow is the presentation na lang kaagad. Pwede kaya yun? What do you think, Ms. Malu and the rest of us here?
I would like to suggest na si Ma'am Joybel, pwede bang ikuha natin yung ating mga participants into groups, like for example, ilang ba tayo dito? Ilang LGUs ba tayo, Ma'am Joybel?
4 po.
4. Okay. Pwede naman dalawa-dalawa, siguro 2 LGUs for one usapan like pwede pa at saka kontento na.
Oo.
And then they agree tomorrow. Pwedeng i-demonstrate virtually. You can
Yes.
you can naman conversational naman yung pag-uusap. Pwedeng meron sa inyong grupo merong ano tawag ito, merong kliyente at merong health service provider, something like that. And then we'll just listen, no? And then open din ang camera para makita natin kung how you emphasize with your clients or what. Basta ang importante makuha natin yung concept ng dalawang na yon. Enhance
Oo,
usapan
especially yung break bread at saka planting corn or planting rice.
Sige, pwede ba ng ganon? Can we do that? Ma'am Joybel, what do you think?
Siguro, tanungin siguro natin yung mga participants, ma'am, kung okay lang ba yun sa kanila.
Merong mag-act as main facilitator, tapos the rest will be participants. Or pwede rin na hati-hati, di ba? May mga different stages yung ating usapang kontento na at pwede pa. Yung first part, or depende sa hati ninyo, we will also share yung presentation materials para guide ninyo. Yun. Maghati-hati kayo ng portion of what to discuss, no, in a group. Halimbawa, usapang kontento na grupo. May certain parts na yun yung i-discuss nyo para hindi masyadong mabigat din. Tapos may assignment, no, na distribute, na delegate yung task sa iba. Iba rin yung gagawa ng break bread, iba rin yung gagawa ng portion lang ng planting rice. Iba rin yung mag-discuss sa paano ito i-relate sa family planning method of family planning choice nila at kanilang intention to space or to limit.
I think this is the challenge because virtual yung ating training.
Drama,
That's why
virtual.
we leave all the through your imagination on how you would want it to be presented tomorrow. So mas kami very excited kami na makita na yung gagawin nyo because this is the first online enhanced usapan na training. And we will all learn from this training. Halimbawa, gagawin namin ito sa ibang regions na that would request for enhanced usapan na online. So kung mas matututo kami sa inyo. Kaya we leave it all to your imagination paano gawin. And for the actual naman, of course, gagawa din naman tayo ng actual, magkukan tayo ng schedule para yung ating virtual na na session, meron ding mayroong suggestion dito, Sil. From Ma'am Carmen. I know, from LGU, tama ba? Si PMO. Can we do the return demo in our respective areas? We will schedule it. With
partner agencies like CHO or private midwives. Kasi sa virtual, hindi natin masiguro if consistent ba na okay ang internet connection.
Okay. So let us all agree, no? Kung mahirap siya sa kasi because of the connection issues. So let us all agree na kailangan makagawa tayo ng nito, ng practicum, ng actual. And Ma'am Noraline of Jensen is suggesting na they will do it actually, in actual sa kanilang sa city, sa Jensen. Mag-schedule kayo, Ma'am Noraline, mag-schedule kayo. Nandiyan pa ba si Ma'am Noraline? Ma'am, mag-schedule kayo kasi if you will schedule that by at least second week of September, pwede ko kayong sabayan. Tapos kung sino yung mga interesado, like sila Ma'am Joybel, kung gusto niyo Ma'am, you can join us. Yun lang yung pinaka
Okay, ma'am. May comment siya sa chat box, ma'am. Yes po daw. And yung POPCOM Coronadal, sabi nila same here, hina kaayo ang net.
Sige, ganun na lang. Mag-schedule na lang tayo siguro tomorrow. na lang Sil, kay medyo mahina yung kanilang internet connection. So i-actual na lang talaga natin ito. I can facilitate for Coronadal and Jensen if you will schedule, and then we'll just invite lang naman si Torong. Can you pwede ba kayo mag cross border or Tacorong? Punta kayo ng Coronadal because we'll be conducting enhanced usapan sa Coronadal. Lahat ng lahat nung process na pagdadaanan, like identifying the participants, kasi totohanan 'yun. Though it's a practicum, but sayang naman kung hindi totoo yung gagawin natin. Dapat madagdag siya sa ating accomplishment. Tama ba ako? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes,
I think I can-
may chat box na. May message sa chat
Yes, ma'am.
box
Tell us when po.
from LG Tacorong.
Sige,
yeah.
yes po, ma'am. Tell us when po. Sige,
So,
pwede rin na I can share to you what you can expect siguro kung anong magiging preparations for enhanced usapan practicum. Kasi syempre, you will get the idea, kasama na rin to sa parang plano na gagawin nyo. So for example, based sa records review ninyo, ito yung mga participants na pwede nyong makuha for the enhanced usapan variant. So for kontento na, pwede pa at buntis 1. So nandito yung mga ages, age group, reproductive intention, ilan yung number of participants na ini-expect. So actually ready na yan. So venue, ano yung dapat venue, facilitators, ilan, sino-sino yung FP counselors na available, ano yung dapat yung mga FP commodities na available. Kasi when we do practicum, actually, totoo na talaga to. May services provision na rin talaga ito. So may materials and ano yung mga participatory exercises na gagamitin. Ayan. So tomorrow pa natin pag-usapan yung buntis 1 and 2. We will talk about kwento ni Rose. Ano yung kailangan na materials to illustrate when we talk about FP methods. Yan, kung may available na ganyan. And sample FP commodities, sana during the actual meron tayong available na FP commodities. We'll also print copies of the attendance usapan sheet, RLP, and then pencils. Pero sana we encourage our participants now na bring their own pens. Ganun naman sa panahon ngayon. And then practicum site, sana malapit or nandun mismo sa mga health facilities natin. Kasi if we choose na medyo malayo, yun, may mga transportation considerations tayo. Pero pwede naman kasi we can also do usapan for outreach. Pero yun nga, i-arrange natin yung mga things to prepare. So yun, choose an area with high unmet need, but take note of its close proximity to the training venue. So I can also share this sa ating Google Classroom, and then also email this katong kay Ma'am Coloma na hindi siya naka-access sa Google Classroom.
Sil, suggest lang ako, paki-update lang yung document na present mo kasi ito siya yung ginamit natin sa I guess ginamit natin dito sa Davao, pero wala pang pandemic noon, wala pang COVID noon. So may nakalagay doon kasi na enclosed, so as much as possible doon tayo sa medyo
open space.
Okay. Ganun na lang siguro, we all agree tomorrow for the actual practicum. And then we have two sites na pwede akong maka-join sa Coronadal City and General Santos City. And Ma'am Joybel, isama din natin pa-assist din tayo sa Provincial Population Office kasi may trained kami na doon, dalawa yung trained namin doon, enhanced usapan
yes
mga
po.
trainers.
Ma'am, paano po yung sa Cotabato City? May participants din po tayo from Cotabato City na LGU.
Oh. Okay. Pag-usapan namin ni Lucille kung pwede ba kami pumunta ng Cotabato. Pwede naman kami pumunta ng Cotabato City kasi area namin si Cotabato City for the COVID response. We'll just ask our yung assigned CTO namin sa Cotabato City kung para maka-coordinate din kayo sa kanya. And we'll just give his contact information, Sil. Pwede ba? Ni Sean? Pwede nating pwedeng puntahan si Cotabato City for the actual. I guess yun lang naman na may mga problema. Wala tayong wala tayong Cotabato province.
Wala po, ma'am. Nag-conflict kasi yung schedule natin sa kanilang barangay activities for family planning month celebration.
Kasi kung Cotabato province, my preference syempre kay daga Cotabato province ako. Na lang pro bono, pupunta ako doon kahit ano. Leave lang ako sa ReachHealth kasi hindi namin area si Northcote. Pero for Jensen and Coronadal City, okay na okay yan. Invite na lang natin si Tacorong. All right? And Cotabato City we will schedule para alam ni Sean. Okay ba 'yon?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
All right. Sige. I think we're done for tomorrow. Iba pa.
Ma'am, baka gusto niyo mag-photo op muna tayo.
Yes, sige.
For day 1.
MOV yan, MOV.
Labas ko lugar. Labas ako kasi pumasok ako ng kwarto, magulo sa sala.
Request na lang po yung lahat na i-open po yung ating mga cam.
Okay.
Lahat na po ba nakapag-attendance? Parang meron pa pong hindi pa nakakapag-attendance. May mga hindi pa naka-open ng kanilang mga cam. Feli May Ferman. Ma'am Angie.
Yan. Sige.
Okay na yata, Jun.
Sige. Lahat ba nakapagbigay na ng email address at na-invite ko na rin sa
Lang po ha, okay. Ready po, smile po lahat. Lang, save ko lang po. One more. Smile. Okay. Okay na po, te.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
sa
See you
lahat.
tomorrow.
See you
Yung link po pala natin
Agahan natin
tomorrow.
bukas kasi marami tayong na-miss. Agahan natin tomorrow.
Yes.
So yung link po natin tomorrow,
Thank
magkaiba
you.
po.
Anong oras
Yung
tayo,
mag-host
Ma'am
ni
Joybell,
Mr.
tomorrow?
Yung base po sa ating ma'am, 8 to 12 pa rin naman yung ating nakalagay sa invitation.
Sige,
So I hope earlier din po mag-onboard yung mga participants natin.
Thank you. Thank you and have a nice lunch. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you, Ma'am Joybell. Thank you. Thank you, Popcorn.
Yes po, welcome. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.